Welcome back, everybody, to Total Nonstop Impact. Impact Talk for Impact fans, featured right here on the TNI Network. This is Trent, along with my co-hosts, Uncle Mark, Bill, and Jay Bronski Hefferino. And this is the Impact and Access TV review for June 10th, 2021. Against all odds, go home episode. No Alicia, this show already sucks.
Yep, boo. No Kalon, no Alicia. Boo. Let's wrap it.
No Kalon. What are you saying? The last year sucked?
Oh, yeah. Come on, that's not
well, recently he has resurfaced to much fan acclaim. So
a lot of fans. You know, I got to say something about this. I'm fired. Bill, I'm fired up today. I'm real fired up today.
We weren't sure how you became this fired up, but we know there's fired up. There were things like you might no longer be the CM Punk of our show. We don't know anymore.
Listen, but there could be something going on here, but I'm real fired up about something. The amount of people who have signed up for Patreon at patreon.com/WeTalkImpact. I can't believe the amount of people who signed up for Patreon strictly for the Kyle content, strictly to say,
and it told us, hey, no offense, I'm just here because I saw Kyle's was back. You guys were okay too, though.
I go. Wait a minute. The last year and a half, we're pulling the strings, we're busting our ass. Bill comes on, Alicia's here, Mark is in here, we're busting our hump over here, trying to get every little nook and cranny of the Impact audience to just come and watch this show. We bring guests, Bill. We've had all the guests around. Half the roster's been on the show, but nah. But when Kyle comes back, then I'll pay you guys for your content on Patreon. Yeah, the hell with it.
He did start it. We are a bunch of Impact heads at heart.
Yeah, at heart. Yeah, but when Kalon comes back, that's when you guys decide that our content's worth the shit. You know, our content over at patreon.com/WeTalkImpact, by the way, which we're going to shout out some folks here today, right? Right top of the show, we're going to shout out a couple of people who signed up.
That's right. Yeah, let's do it right now. So shout outs for this show and this week
I want you to do one thing. I want you to single out the people who said they're here just for Kalon, though. That's what I want to know first.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you. So Adam Impact, good friend of the show, Adam Impact. Thank you very much, Adam.
He's there for all of us. I know
great friend of the show. Thank you so much, Adam. Love you, man. And Humble Beast, who is only here for Kyle. So we're going to hold you over, Humble Beast, with tonight's show. I hope we can at least I hope you don't fall asleep.
Well, we got to give him what he wants.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
There you go. Now,
there's your Kyle content.
Play the Kalon one more time again. We'll play that one.
Kalon and your buddy Kyle. Kalon and your buddy Kyle. That son of a bitch.
Here we go. It's when I put the man bun in, it's fucking over.
I gotta give a shout out to Humble Beast. He's also been a very firm supporter of Smash This podcast too over the last few years in buying merch. So between the Patreon and buying STP merch, thank you so much, Humble Beast. Just all around tremendous.
Well, Jay, he voided all that by telling us. He's like, by the way, guys, I've been buying that in the hopes Kalon would come back. And guess what? He came back. So now it's time for a Patreon. He doesn't care about us either. He's just here for Kyle. That's it. Who else we got?
Well, Kyle's not here for us either. He's just here for Patreon. So hey, it's a working relationship that works out just fine. That's it. That's it for shout outs today. So
that's it. Okay.
That's it for right now. But we welcome everyone to join us on the Discord. So if you're wondering a little bit about, what maybe the Patreon is and if it's worth checking out, go to the Discord. It'll give you a taste of what's going on in the Patreon because it's a lot of the same people.
I hear Don Callis is big on this episode. He's checking out the Discord too. And this is what he said.
I have seen that penis.
So that's in the treehouse, which is locked tier. So
that's a locked tier.
Yeah.
Premium Discord gets you the naked tier. Okay.
I wouldn't say it's stop calling it the naked tier. I did it once. You do it once, it becomes a thing forever around here. Like Trent's the bell guy, Mark's the penis guy. What the fuck?
For $200 a month on Patreon, you get the naked level.
And that's where tier.
That's where we do the entire show again naked. That's it. But just the guy.
You've stepped over the line now. You've taken it too far.
That's only if I get that Manscaped deal.
Yes. We need the Manscaped deal first before we can do that. Otherwise,
and about 5 more of these, and then I'll do anything.
I saw a suggestion that we go after Bang as another possible sponsorship.
I love Bang Energy.
Partner. So that sounds like a good idea. I don't drink it personally, but I'm all for endorsements. So,
we came here for a lot of money.
Yeah, man, we're
God
pivoting
damn right.
hard. I hear chatter, but you know what? You can consider this a heel turn. Run that clip again, Trent.
Which one? I didn't play that one.
Oh, run it again.
We came here for a lot of money.
All right, wonderful. I gotta listen. I gotta listen. We're gonna talk about the episode here tonight on the Impact and Access TV, June 10th edition of Impact, the go home edition for Against All Odds. We're gonna talk about that in a second. But
before you do that, Trent.
Yes.
We gotta remind people.
Yeah.
You gotta hit that like button, follow Total Nonstop Impact, hit the bell for the notifications, and as this fine fella here, Denzel he's doing both. He's dual device mode.
That's called multitasking at its finest.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, that's what you call gangster as fuck. You're right here. Yeah, he's watching on 2 because he wants us in surround sound.
Well, I know Slowpoke, our good friend, he was watching 5 Twitch streams at the same time during the
Come
stream.
on, 5?
So, if he can do 5,
that's superhuman. You know what? The people who are regulars in the Twitch chat are like another level. I admit I'm a YouTube chat guy because I'm like, I don't know, I've just always been on YouTube and I'm not that familiar with Twitch. But man, you guys do awesome shit in Twitch. I need to be in there more. I like the hype trains. I like the community and the tipping system. I don't know. It feels like it's more fan focused on the Twitch side.
That hype train is kind of fun, huh?
That's cool.
Well, our boys,
it's fun for us, but even in other, I was in other ones, and I found myself joining it to freaking give them bits because I was watching some video games.
Our boy Skull's in the chat. Here's our Twitch guru. So if you want to follow him for one, and if you have any Twitch questions, you can ask him right now in the chat. So go ahead and find that out. I made good on something, boys. I made good on something I promised a long time ago for people who cheered bits or something. I forgot what the offer was. I said one time, this is almost 6 months ago. I said, if you cheer this or did something, I will call you for 1 minute for every bit you cheer.
Yeah, that's when you didn't know what a bit was worth.
Yeah. I didn't know what a bit was worth. I ended up
someone gave you like $1 and owned you.
Well, Truck gave us like $6, and I owed him 6 hours of a phone call. Well, you know what? He was on the watch long, which we do before Impact goes on the air. We do before this goes on the air. We do watch long. Bill, Jaybone, and Truck will do a Twitch watch along co-stream, and Truck's in there saying, "Well, Trent still owes me a phone call. He still owes me a 6-hour phone call." I said, "You know what? The hell with this shit." I said, "You know what? Give me your number. I'm going to call you right now on the air." Then he gave a little chuckle like I wasn't serious. I said, "No. I want your number. I'm going to call you right now on the air." And I called Truck, and he put me on speakerphone, and I proceeded to ask him questions he had no answers to. It was unbelievable. So 5 more hours of that, everybody. Me and Truck are going to be on Twitch for 5 more hours live with just me interviewing Truck for 5 hours. And then I'm going to put him to sleep.
Send me the link. I'll pop in.
You got it. Twitch.tv/Total Nonstop Impact. That's what it'll be on.
Poor Truck.
Twitch exclusive.
He asked for it, pal. You asked for a Truck, and I delivered. That's what happened.
Yeah, this is horrible.
Another thing came up during the watch along. Jaybone. I got to take 2 shots at you on during this. During the commercial breaks, there was a clip of Tracy Brooks, and you called out my undying love for Tracy Brooks, and you said, "I wonder what Trent's thinking right now of the bouncy in the ring." I said, "You know what? You don't disrespect Tracy Brooks like that, Jaybone. That is Mrs. Frankie Kazarian. She might be my favorite knockout of all time, but she is a mother. You don't refer to her as bouncy anymore."
But that's what she was doing in the ring. She was jumping up and down, doing the bouncy.
Nobody loves Tracy Brooks more than me, Frankie Kazarian. But you cannot refer to her as bouncy. That's not acceptable by you. The second shot, Jaybone. The second shot that came up here was you took a shot at WCW about how they would just give away tickets and how they go, "What is this WCW? Just giving away tickets?" Yeah, you didn't think I caught all these? I got a list. Which I wrote on the back. I got a list.
There's some petty shit coming from Trent right now. I love it. I love it.
Sure is. So you took a shot at WCW, giving tickets away. I didn't like that because you were a WCW fan. So I question your WCW loyalty with that one. So check that one off the list. We already discussed the nudity tier on Patreon, which is coming soon.
That's on the notes.
The Truck phone call was already discussed. And And then the Tommy Dreamer bullshit. I heard the term Tommy Dreamer bullshit come up on the watch along at one point today. So that one we're going to get to, the Tommy Dreamer bullshit.
Okay.
And then the freaks, that's what you freaks get bite. And we're going to definitely get to that.
That was great. That was a great bite.
That was great. And I got a bone to pick with the Access TV people today about a commercial that aired on Access, and we're gonna get to that later on. I'm gonna save that one. I got a big one. I'm gonna take the shotgun on
a commercial about the product or about the Access network.
About the product. They did a commercial for Impact tonight, and it was like, wait a minute, I got a bone to pick with it.
I missed it.
Does it have to do with 3 initials?
No, it has to do with a lot of talent that's no longer in the company, featured prominently on a commercial. Yeah, I'll talk about it right now, Bill. You know, they aired a commercial tonight, hyping up Impact Day because Thursday is all Impact content. In the commercial, it's like Ethan Page all over it, Taya's all over it. Who else is on this goddamn?
Hey, watch,
not there anymore.
what, dude?
Not there anymore. Not there anymore. No,
some things are forever. Reno Scum is forever. They can be in that commercial too.
And Kenny Omega all over it, the AEW title flashing and all. Wait a minute.
He's our champion.
Barely any Moose, Bill. Barely any Sammy. No Diago. What is this? Kevin Martin, you're in the chat. I need you to really I need the Access people on the horn right now, and we got to talk about this. This is
well, he's very specific. Don't yell at Access.
Don't yell at Access. I'm sorry, Kevin.
Everybody but Access.
I need to get those people on the horn right now because that's unacceptable. Unacceptable. But anyway, let's kick the show off. Alicia's not here to keep it on the rails tonight, guys. That's the problem. That's what's happening.
Fucked.
That we're screwed. Everybody's screwed tonight. This is horrible.
Yeah, this is horrible.
Oh my God, my favorite soundbite to this day. Still, that one's never leaving.
Let's do some news. Jaybone, you got any news today?
Well, other than an updated card,
let's just do that. Let's go with that. We'll do the
little piece of news I saw in the chat.
All right, let's do the Jaybone's news.
Jiminy Christmas.
And now Jaybone's news. He looks rattled as hell because he had only one piece of news and it's barely news. Hopefully he makes up something. Hopefully Mark has something. Maybe in the chat you guys come up with something. Steal this segment. Anyway, take it away,
searching for my fake wrestling news.
All right, Jaybone. You going to talk about those $30 trading card packs, huh? Our buddy at Impact Wrestling News bought all 3. He bought all 3 of them. He posted a photo.
So he has a complete set.
He has the whole set.
20 doubles.
Plus 20 doubles, which he should auction off.
Time to check eBay for doubles.
Impact Wrestling News. He is awesome. He is the source of the Impact News. He's great.
I'll tell you, Kevin Martin
Instagram
is yelling at us on how excited he is about.
Well, that's a big piece of news.
We'll get there. That's news so big it anchors this show, though. You can't give him everything at the beginning.
Yeah, that's right. Well,
D-back, we'll get into that news, but it's not technically right.
Okay. Yeah, it's not technically, but it's close. We'll get to that too. Go ahead, Jaybone.
Oh, I'm not aware of that. All right, so a lot of things got, we'll just say, sorted out tonight for Against All Odds. And we've got some additions to the show for Saturday. We've got the Tennille Dashwood. She's she says here she's still in search for a tag team partner, and
she was great tonight, by the way.
Oh my gosh, she was so good tonight.
Yeah, it was just trying to run her show, but it wasn't her show, and stealing the show, even though it wasn't her show or whatever. It was hilarious.
She's found her groove.
So she's facing Jordan Grace, because Jordan Grace has had enough of her stuff. So, and Rachel Ellering is going to be in her corner, and Caleb with a K is going to be in Tennille's corner.
Also great.
Hilarious.
Caleb was on fire today.
Yeah, ever since he lost that neck brace, my God,
ever since Basil got out of his way on Impact, he was free to do it.
Shots fired.
Jiminy Christmas.
Fired.
All right, go on.
And this one,
that's supposed to be a boy.
This is really a big part of, and we'll get into talking more about this as we get into the review. But we have another added match. We've got the Good Brothers, who are not going to be in Daly's place, watching Kenny Omega's back, facing Callihan and a partner of, well, kind of his choosing, but then really wasn't his choosing. Dreamer is going to be his tag team partner, and they are going to be at the Impact Zone.
All right, so they're at the Impact Zone. While
Sadly, understood about half of that.
Thanks, Tommy. Thanks. Appreciate
I'm rocking the Dreamer haircut tonight, though.
You are rocking
the
that.
Dreamer haircut.
You are rocking that. That's exactly how
I'll say this. You're rocking it better than Tommy.
Yeah.
No, thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bill.
Ooh.
I have the runs.
Fucking come at me, Dreamer.
That too.
Go ahead.
So yeah, we've got those. We've got those added to the card, and as far as I know, that's it. So.
And you are doing a predictions tomorrow, Jay?
It's
we're trying to.
I think this is the prediction show, Trent.
Oh, okay. At the end of the show.
Yeah,
I told the guys, I said, we'll either do it at the end of the show tonight or I'll do one like tomorrow morning. I said, because I don't know if I'm going to have time to do, because Mark and I were talking about reviewing the NWA thing, but I also want to do predictions, and we got the AAW show tomorrow night. It's a loaded 48 hours for me. So
I took a half day so I can get to the venue early. Cause I gotta be an old man, so I gotta sit down, big dog. We gotta cut some interviews.
Nice.
We gotta cut some promos, big dog. That's what we gotta do tomorrow.
Big dog gotta cut some interviews.
Big dog gotta cut some interviews, though.
Nice.
Look at this dumbass.
Take it easy, all right? You're not gonna. He's just jealous he's not there anymore.
So, Mark, would it kill you if we didn't do NWA tomorrow?
No, it was open for me and Truck, who's going to sit in with us for that one. That's tier 3 patrons, by the way. NWA When Our Shadows Fall review. We can reschedule the recording. No
okay. Would you guys rather be in some predictions with me?
Possibly. I'm down.
All right.
Jaybone,
We'll figure out the time later.
Jaybone pitching.
Don't obligate people to things you don't want to do alone. Okay, Jaybone, they don't have time to worry about what you want to do. Hey, let people live their lives, Jaybone. You know, you're too busy trying to kind of rope. Mark's got a family. He's got kids. He's busy. He's got kids. He's like what's his name?
I got a family and 2 podcasts.
Yeah.
It ain't no secret. I need a job.
Man, can we get Heath back already?
He's coming. He'll be there. All right. Anything else?
There's a lot more news out there.
Oh, yeah.
It's Deanna's birthday today. I want to put that.
That is Deanna's birthday.
That's all I had
to the
from the chat. Yeah.
Happy birthday, Deanna Perrazzo. She's in Hawaii with Mr. Macklin. They're all over the beach in Maui. Look at that, looking great.
Oh, are they going to make it back in time?
I hope so, Jay.
Are they wrestling?
Well, she's on Saturday. And so if you're watching in real time, hopefully she makes it back by Saturday. Wink, oh my God, she has to cut her vacation short so she can take on Rosemary by Saturday. Go on. What else we got?
Hopefully she's not jet lagged.
Yeah.
Go ahead. That. There is the news that did drop. Mr. Spectacular put out the press release. Our good friend Jesse Goddard,
former tag team champion.
Yeah, former tag team champion. The man. Put out that OVW, Ohio Valley Wrestling, got into a deal. Daniel Spencer, who's also at OVW, could probably speak to this. They have a deal with Anthem, which will bring them onto the networks that Anthem owns, but it's not Access TV. There was a little confusion on that. Yeah. It seems like in the States, it's going to be on Game Plus TV. I do not have that station, so the Impact fandom has to get on there and start asking for Game Plus, and it has it's like a video. It sounds like a lot like G4 with some kind of athletics and wrestling on there as well. So it does sound like an interesting channel. It's in the Anthem family, but that looks to be the US spot and it's going to be Wednesdays OVW on the Game Plus, which is an Anthem network.
So, Bill, are you telling me that Daniel Spencer is now on 2 different Anthem broadcast entities?
That's what it appears like. And also, like, I know other people have been making the journey back and forth. Like, we know Shira has appeared. I believe Rohit has appeared. Ace Austin. So, yeah.
I'm gonna say thanks to Total Nonstop Impact, Daniel Spencer is now a big star. That that they said, we're gonna put you on two stations now owned by this network because we love the work you did on Total Nonstop Impact.
Official TNI referee.
He's official referee of this show, and we made him a star, guys. We turned him into a star.
And, to be fair, I did call this out on Twitter because I called him out last week when I was unhappy with his officiating. Mm-hmm. He had a fantastic night tonight. I felt like he was in the ring all night, and he was really, really working a lot of good calls, a lot of hustle, a lot of fairness towards Tasha in this particular match. So really good stuff.
Fair enough. All right,
good crew of zebras.
Congrats, Daniel Spencer, and all the crossover talent is going to be on 2 Anthem entities now for television. That's very nice.
Crazy.
Very cool. What else we got? The trading cards are out. The
trading cards were out. They sold out already. So if you missed them, they gone. So definitely there. Same thing like Slammiversary. Like when we last aired last Thursday, obviously there was the Patreon show on Sunday and then the throwback on Tuesday. But since the last news day, we found out we kicked off the show that Slammiversary was going to have fans. They went on sale the next morning, sold out in 20 minutes. So good to see. I know Mark is going. I will be attending myself. So hopefully we see you. Hey, if you're in there, throw that you're attending as well. We'll be on the lookout for you at Skyway. So I have heard from a few people that they're making the trip out there. So hopefully you are too, or if not, getting on pay-per-view.
How about this? If you're attending, put an emote or an emoji in the chat right now. If you're going to be at Slammiversary too. How about that?
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. So yeah, Bill and Mark representing. Go ahead, Bill.
Speaking of pay-per-views, obviously we have the big Against All Odds, which Jaybone discussed. But there is a code right now. If you do not have Impact Plus, which is crazy if you don't, but if you don't, sign up, put in the code Against All Odds, 2 months free.
Look at that. So
2 months free.
So all one word, Bill?
We'll put that Against All Odds, one word.
Yep.
And put it in as the promo code, 2 months for Impact Plus for free.
Nice.
There you go.
So then you can watch along with the throwback and catch up with us.
There he is. Look, I can't believe who doesn't have this by now. It's $8.
Yeah.
Like, I really want to know what $8 can you not just section off per month and say, I'm gonna support this company and also at the same time get like 8,000 hours of content that I can watch for $8. I mean, people spend more. Jaybone spends more on his Starbucks mochaccino fucka latte every morning. I know that. Whatever that thing you spend $12 a day on that. But
Family show my ass.
Kid show.
Jaybone, do you
want to say what kind of kids, Mark?
Jaybone, when you go to Starbucks, do you say Jaybone and do they get it right on the thing, or do you give them your shoot name?
Yeah, they always misspell it. They spell it Jeybone and
Jaybone.
Jaybone.
All right, any more?
Has a good answer for that. He gave us the $8. Gosh.
Hey, that's right. So Slowpoke, we're sorry. Thank you for giving us $8. Sorry, Impact Plus. Yeah. We got his $8. That's true, Mark. We're competing with Impact Plus now for dollars.
Not really. We're providing totally different content. They don't even have a Sunday show.
I'm just trying to create a feud here. If you can work with me a little bit, I'm just trying to.
Speaking of feud, that's probably my last piece of big news.
What do you got?
We did see at GCW Wrestling over the weekend. I was there. Matt Cardona showing up to face Nick Gage, and they will have a match at the GCW Homecoming event. Well, he has yet to officially accept it, but I'm sure it's happening at the end of July.
Oof.
Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, if Nick Gage ever showed up at Impact, I would literally shut the TV and never watch it again.
I've seen matches.
I love me some King Nick Gage.
I'm done. I'm done if he walks in the Impact zone. I am done. I'm watching. I'm watching.
Did you leave with the hard 10?
The hard 10, I stayed. The hard 10, watching it again 20 years later was great. I love Mike Sanders. Come on, Bill. I got Mike Sanders in a hard 10 tournament. Are you kidding me?
You would get an Impact version of a hardcore, which you've seen hardcore matches. Like it would fit in. Don't you worry about it. It'd be like your boy Manson.
I love Manson. Manson's got personality, and man, like in Pulp Fiction, they said personality goes a long way. That's how it works, man. You got
wait. Bell's boy saying Nick Gage is clumsy and reckless. Are we talking about Sami Callihan?
We're talking. No, hey, you don't talk about Callihan that way. Hey, take it easy.
Hey. I'm just repeating what Don Callis said. I'm repeating what Don Callis said.
All right, let's jump in, boys. Shall we do it? Let's jump into the show, guys.
Oh, a review. Yeah.
Oh, JD, you had something. You were going to say something, too. We'll cut you off?
Go ahead, Bone.
No, you're good? Okay. All right, we have a review to do. Sorry, Alicia. We're totally off track there. All right, guys. Opening up June 10th, 2021 edition of Impact Wrestling. BTI. Let's talk BTI real quick. There was Iceman's Intel. Set that up, Bill. The Iceman's Intel.
The Iceman Intel tonight. Well, we didn't have him last week, so we missed the Iceman. But he did come back this week, and he teased that we're getting the return. Well, the return, but a major motion picture for Ace Austin is in the works. And will that go to his head and maybe cost him in this upcoming match at Against All Odds? And then all of us could not be forgetting his last motion picture, a Dino Velvet production, I believe.
Oh, that's right.
Infamous. And I'm sure it's on Jaybone's much watch list. Hey, Jaybone,
it's been a bangorama.
Hey, that's why we got to keep that soundbite. It's actually relevant again.
It is.
It is.
I got to get all my Ace Austin t-shirts right.
Yeah, we're going to get rid of that one. But
my notes say Ace to Hollywood for Bangorama? Question mark.
if you go back during the timing of all that, because a lot of that was during the Vegas tapings. If you remember the iconic a certain interviewer, hold your ears, where Ace Austin was making out with someone in the front row. That's kind of like they were just inserted in front of me. So like that's kind of like almost on me, this whole thing that went on. So you might see me like behind going,
Bill's our get a room and all that. You're that guy, right? Interesting. I mean, is this a shoot? Is he getting a movie part? Because that'd be awesome.
That'd be really awesome.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me. Who knows? He could be in something.
Well, he is a theater kid. He has a theater background, and he's done Shakespearean theater like Jaybone.
Back in full force again, being made. So yeah, he could be. Who knows? Could be the next action hero.
He could be. Now, Jaybone, you did Shakespearean theater back in the 90s. You want to tell us about when you were Hamlet?
Wherefore art thou?
No. You come on, Jay. You got to go to bone or not the bone. That is the
At two,
holy crap!
What's going on between you and my daughter?
That's pretty Shakespearean. That storyline. Somebody was doing.
Kevin Martin's already converted. I did hear that. Madman is in a movie.
I heard
he was in a commercial. Did you guys see that commercial he did?
Which commercial?
He did a commercial in Ohio for like God, what was it? Like a washing machine?
Tell me like a mattress company.
Where he's out of here. He's like doing wrestling moves on equipment and stuff.
Get out of here, really?
Yeah. It was. I thought it was like an AC commercial or something.
Yeah, something like that.
He's doing it for air conditioning.
Something
it was something like that.
Look up Madman Fulton commercial on YouTube.
Interesting, very interesting. Yeah. All right, so listen, keep your eye on this Ace Austin thing. He could be in a movie. Like I said, he's got a theater background, so. It's not surprising, and he's awesome. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he's getting into. So interesting, very interesting. Cool.
Well, if you want the news, you got to go to the Discord.
Okay. There you go. Link in the description below. Go get it.
Tremendous.
All right. So the match tonight on BTI was Crazy Steve with the K versus Diener with Violent by Design. I think Diener continues to improve every week, especially with this storyline. But I like one thing that was pointed out here. They pointed out Eric Young trained both these guys. That's an interesting little fact. That was pretty cool. Jay, what'd you think of this one, man? You're a big fan of both these guys.
I am never. I'm never bored when it comes to a match. And this is not a knock on Diener, please. This is not knocking Diener, but I am never bored when Crazy Steve is in the ring. His athleticism, given his handicap, always completely blows my mind. I love it.
Yeah, he is good, man. I think Diener, honestly, he's underrated as hell. He's consistent, but a lot of times, he'll eat the pin. But man, you'll get a great performance out of Cody Diener every week. I swear, this guy is super consistent. I like that about him. I like a consistent, solid performer who looks convincing. And it's funny to think, though. You guys remember? Go think back. This was ODB's boyfriend at one time, and so was Eric Young. So Eric Young was married to her, and they're both involved by design. I mean, this is they should really just stick ODB into a storyline just to cause all sorts of Springer drama in this whole thing.
Proud as a peacock.
Absolutely.
ODB low-key disappeared. One day she was here, the next day she was gone.
ODB just started her new podcast, and it's fantastic. Actually, I just listened to episode 1, and it's great. So go check it out, guys. It's Meet and Greet.
From her truck. From the truck.
From the truck, man. It's called Meet and Greet with ODB, and it's great. I really recommend. She is super, super cool. She is such a cool chick, man. So go check her podcast out. Meet and Greet with ODB. I like it a lot, Jay. I think, Jay, you'd like it a lot. You should definitely check it out.
Where can you find it?
It's on the pod apps, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's in there. So
it's on the Insta-neck.
On the neck. The Insta-neck, that is. All right. Opening segment was huge, guys. This was the summit. So we get the opening. We go right into the summit. Let's all spend a few minutes. This is a long segment too. I want to spend a few minutes on this one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let Mark lead this one off though. Because Mark is a huge fan of all these guys. So
all these guys.
He loves all these guys. He's a little biased. He's a little biased.
I do. No, I have no bias here because I like all these guys. But I will say that Scott D'Amore, we are watching him blossom into a beautiful fucking gangster of an EVP.
I think he wants to thank you. Excuse me, Scott. Making a Scott D'Amore, everybody on the Scott, go ahead. You want to say something to Mark?
Hey, Uncle Mark. Thanks for giving me those great remarks.
Great remarks.
Much better than Tony Khan and Don Callis. Oh, what a I can't say it, but I'm a nice guy.
Scumbag.
Scumbag. What a scumbag.
Jaybone, what's the deal with that bandana? What do you think you're doing? You think you're Johnny Swinger? You're not.
What a scumbag!
Oh my gosh.
Well, after Scott, we had TK come out, huh?
Hey, Impact Wrestling. It's great to be here tonight.
So all the heavy hitters, right? All 3 heavy hitters out there.
Set it up. Somebody's set it up.
So Callis is out. Callis gets the stick first, and he's talking about how Sami Callihan shouldn't be a 3-way. He shouldn't be in this event. Sami Callihan is reckless. He's an unsafe person to be around. Not just a performer, an unsafe person to be around. A person that can't be trusted. He's been thrown. What do you say? He's been thrown out of every organization he's ever worked for. On the blacklist.
Blacklist.
On the blacklist.
And Tony's like.
It's almost like, well, I'll take him if you
want. So Don's exact dude. I love TK. Whatever, he's awesome. I love that shit too. That was funny. I was laughing because Don is trying to basically tell Tony, you have to be the one to make sure this match does not happen. Because Don thinks that he has been playing TK for Mark, right? So why shouldn't he think that he can continue to do that? But I don't think D'Amore wants that to happen. So D'Amore steps in, tells Dom that he's smart and he's articulated and he's all these things. But essentially, there are multiple players in this game and there are multiple partners involved. And that's when TK steps in and he says, I really think we need to do this at Daly's place. So things are going Don's way, right?
So far,
because now we have a match. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to say that Scott did tell Don it would be one-on-one. Moose versus Kenny Omega.
Yes,
he did
say that. Mm-hmm.
That's when TK steps in and he says, because Kenny has defended at Daly's place and it's kind of like his, I guess,
home court,
home court, home turf. Yeah. You know, he's accomplished all these things, but his biggest achievements have been in Daly's place. So the match should be there. To which seems fine. Maybe, right?
So far.
So far. However, at this same time, Scott says he's making a match between the Good Brothers and Sami Callihan and a partner of his choosing, which will take place at the same time. So there is no way that Sami Callihan essentially can be where the Moose and Kenny Omega match is taking place.
Are they going to split screen this? Is that
unless ICU can do a lot of shit we haven't seen before. I'm just putting it out there now.
That would be cool. You pull that off, that'd be some shit, man.
First thing I thought. You know what? We've seen Susie and Sue on screen at the same time.
That's true. That's very true.
Never say never. Never say never. So yeah, basically they set up our next our event in 2 nights, since this was our go home for the main event. So it's kind of a dual main event, actually, because I feel like there's going to be some crossover. I guess it's not a dual main event. I'm sorry, but
it's not going to happen at the same time. They just want to make sure that Sami Callihan and the Good Brothers are both occupied in another place, so that we get a clean match between Omega and Moose.
Super creative booking. I like it.
So it is cool. So you're going to get the heavyweight title match will be at Daly's in Jacksonville. Sami and a mystery partner, which we find to be Tommy Dreamer later on, at the Zone. But the more here claims, he states, I should say, that whoever wins is going to defend against Sami at Slammiversary. So Sami is in the main event of Slam, which Bill, on the notes here, I heard Bill, hold on a second, I got to go back to my notes. Bill, and I quote, Sami walked his ass backwards into the main event of Slammiversary on a DQ. I might have added the walk his ass.
That's a fact.
That's a fact, though. So, explain that.
Biggest show of the year.
Yeah.
Guaranteed spot by winning via DQ on the weekly show.
That's a good point. That's a great call out because it's kind of
not that he wasn't worthy of it, but that's the way he gets booked.
Yeah. I agree with you. It's wonky. It's wonky.
Stop ruining this for me, Bill. Stop ruining this.
No, but he brings up a good point, though, man. You know, like
I hadn't thought of that.
That's a great point. And I didn't think of that either. And I'm like, you get in on a DQ. It's like he's stronger.
It's not just DQ. He beat the number 1 contender
by DQ.
And he never got his rematch.
But that's if you want to blame anyone, blame the Good Brothers. Don't blame Sami.
Now, do they play off of that though? That like the whole thing that the Good Brothers got the DQ win for him. They kind of got the easy win for him. So now he stumbled his way into the match on a DQ thanks to the Good Brothers. Could that play into it? I mean, Jaybone, you don't have to explain what a DQ is to us. You know, what do I look like, a young boy to you?
I look like a young boy to you?
Good call.
You are younger. You are all younger than me.
Truck's giving us our kayfabe explanation that makes sense, right?
It's all related to Don. This is a bigger Don storyline on why he got what he got.
Yeah.
It's all to screw Don.
Sammy's a wild card because Don screwed up.
Wins and losses matter. Exactly.
He did say that.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they don't. Didn't that whole thing go out the window down there?
The whole company that says that doesn't.
They don't do it anymore, right? They're just like
they just randomly throw people in there, and then when
they got a whole ranking system.
They occasionally say that when they want it to mean something, but half the time these people, they're 1-1 world title match.
You know what, kid? I like your debut last week. How about you fight for the world title next week? yeah, that's a good idea. Shit. That win-loss record seems to come and go as they want it to, which is
weird. They highlight it when they want to highlight it.
But they brought it up tonight, though.
They did.
Scott, they mentioned the wins and losses matter. But either way, you got one half of your Slammiversary main event right there, which I said in a way you want to have your home guys on there, which I think would be nice.
Yeah.
I think it'd be nice to have your home team at your big show of the year. However, on the flip side of that coin, Kenny sells tickets. He sells buys, man. I mean, look at the Rebellion. Rebellion was a huge buy.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean Slammiversary is going to be 1v1.
Yeah, I agree.
That's my thought.
It could all change. It could all absolutely change because I don't know what the hell's going to happen against all that.
Trent,
Yeah.
I just noticed that a certain someone just popped up in the chat.
Oh, geez. What's going on? Oh, my God. The mockery of my no bell continues. All right, this is the final week to get it in because by Tuesday we have a decision on the bell.
That's what she said.
No, but we have a Tuesday. That's what she is saying. We have a decision on my infamous bell by Tuesday. So you have to go to her Twitter and vote of the fate of the bell.
So and then we can give Trent Zuberi the Nobel Prize.
See, I ding the bell on that. That's a great ding. I can't ding the bell. Wrestling
Ding.
Nurse on Twitter. Go vote for the fate of the bell, guys. Shit, man, I want my bell back. All right. We go to D'Amore backstage. She catches Callis and Kenny and the Good Brothers. They're walking. The Good Brothers are mad. They're not going to be able to come to Saturday's match to cover Omega's ass. And D'Amore mentions that against all odds, they'll be facing Sami Callihan and a partner of his choosing in a street fight.
Well, just wait. The lines before that are, here's that word, critical.
Critical.
Because Don Callis is talking about taking out Sam. They're like, he's like, well, just take out, just do a hit on Sammy. Just take him out. And then Scott D'Amore stops him. And he's like, hey, you're an EVP and you're talking about committing murder. What is going on here? and they're dropping all these little things.
Yeah.
All these little things, is including the stuff, the way that they were treating Callis,
right.
Also the way Callis was behaving during the summit. This is all going to lead to the exit of Don Callis. I'm calling it now.
It certainly is setting it all up. That's for sure. It definitely sounds that way. So we'll see where it goes, guys. They're definitely right. They're going in that direction. It's a matter of how they close the loop on the whole thing. But Sammy and a partner was choosing street fight. The next segment was hilarious. This was Brian Myers.
Oh, wait. But don't we have somebody? We kind of spilled the beans, but how
did Tommy
happens.
walk up here? Did
Tommy just walks in, doesn't he?
He walks in. Have him walking in on this one here. I got him walking in on the next one.
It's later.
Yeah.
Okay. It's all blurred together.
Yeah. This next one's awesome. It's Brian Myers.
Yes.
Shaping up Sam Beal to becoming a world-class wrestler. This was great, by the way. This is what I'm talking about now.
Impact nail segments.
They nailed this one for sure. This is great. Beal, he's like, do you know how to cut a promo? And he's like, yeah, I know how to cut a promo. And then starts cutting a promo. And what he called him on something very specific on the promo. Do you guys recall what it was? I'm trying to remember what the hell he said. It was hilarious though. Actually, Jaybone, if you can, pull up the Twitter. We won't get flagged for this one. Pull up their Twitter account. See if you can find the Brian Myers Sam Beal segment. I like
what
Beal.
Was it like the Midland Civic Center? What was
it? Something I want to play because it was good. It was good. Yeah. I like. I am digging Sam. Where they're going. I mean, they're using him. They're milking this kid, man. Anywhere they can. They're using him for comedy, jobbing out, goofy segments. He's turning into a 5-tool player, man. Like he'll do anything.
His promo was about Cardona, and he was like, "You got a nice tan, your big muscles, like really hot fiance, Laurel Van Ness, Impact fans." So, Sam Beal, actually, man, he's going to be here in Houston for a show in a few weeks.
Is he okay?
That I just heard about, and Nevaeh is going to be on that show as well. So I may hit it up. Nice. I'm fully vaxxed. Waxed and ready to fuck. So let's go.
He's vaxxed, waxed, and ready to go to a wrestling show, everybody.
That's right. That's right.
I like Beal. What do you got, Jay? You find it?
I'm looking.
I want to ask anybody in the chat, how you guys liking Sam Beal? What do you guys think of Sam Beal? He's very new, but do you see the potential in Beal? Do you see where he's what they're doing? Do you like it? Do you want to see him grow in Impact more with this character? Are you digging it overall? I like him though.
I'm a fan. I want Brian Myers to be the young boy trainer going forward because I'll tell you, I think I think Impact knows it already, but Brian Myers, he's a star in this company. Like he should be getting elevated more, and that's more on air, more promos, because he's Like these are gold, these segments. But he's been very good. Bad Mood Brian, now like Teacher Brian. It's very good. It's very good. And I hope we get these skits going forward. I hope they go all the way to Slammiversary. They lead to maybe a tag match with him and his protege.
Yeah. What do you got, Mark?
One thing. So last time they did this segment last week, Myers told people to quit doing this little number right here.
Yeah.
And so he switched this week to this curl thing. So now this week, what he learned was not to be nice to the other guy in promo. So I'm expecting that next week we're going to get that learning incorporated into the segment.
I like
there
it.
we go.
I like. You got it, Jay. We're gonna play it. It's worth a play. It's good.
And I got it small, so don't have to worry about nothing.
Yeah, we see. You can't take us down, Kevin Martin. Let your folks know they cannot take us down this time. We're playing it the right way. No copyright problems. There we go.
Let our people go.
Let our people go.
All right, here we go. Chapter 2.
Communication.
All right, you're still green, but you've been around a little while. Tell me in your own words, what is the pro wrestling promo?
It's just an interview.
No. It's when you answer a question that someone's asked you with a microphone in your hand. Write that down, Sam. You know what? Why are you writing that down?
He's writing
down too.
That was like you during the
Promo is
show.
a match. And a match is a promo. All right.
I love the.
You gotta see what we're working with here. Gonna have you cut a promo.
About what?
Your match. This Saturday night at the Deer Park Community Center against always ready Mack Cardona. Go.
This Saturday at the Deer Park Community Center, Mack Cardona, you go one-on-one with Sam Beal. And you've never dealt with curls like this before. Matt, you've beaten a lot of world-class athletes. Hell, you're a world-class athlete in your own right. You have an awesome tan and a phenomenal physique and a really beautiful, hot fiance.
Whoa.
I thought you wanted to build up your opponent so it means something when you beat them.
No, that is horrible advice. Who told you that? Look, this is where you bury Mack Cardona, okay? You tell everyone how much Mack Cardona sucks, and he's got 2 left feet, and he's got male pattern baldness, and I carried him for all these years for all these tag team championships.
I love the music that plays too.
Oh my god.
That's great. Sam Beal is awesome. I love her, and Myers, love the guy. This is going awesome so far. The next segment though, Bill, that's where Sami Callihan finds the more
tweet. This was the
says, I don't need a partner for Saturday. I'll do it myself. Tommy Dreamer comes up with Mark's haircut. Then he says, I'll help you out. You know, I want to get in there and get in on this whole thing. But there was something at the end of this, a little twist with like D'Amore and Tommy here about the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah, Don's one of his bosses, one of Tommy's bosses. It's like you can't be saying that about Don there, Tommy. And Tommy doesn't really care.
He doesn't care. And he tells Scott, he's like, I'm going to make you see that Don is your enemy. Scott doesn't want to believe this. Scott is against believing that his longtime fellow Golden Booker is an enemy now. This is getting interesting. EVP, man. And he's telling Don, you can't talk like that, but EVP. So we'll see where that goes. That's going to be interesting.
This was controversial in being placed in this match. It was very controversial.
Yeah. What are you going to say, Jay?
That's all. I said these are all little breadcrumbs leading up to something big with Don.
Absolutely, yeah. This is going somewhere, no doubt. First time teaming with Tommy and Sami, though, too, huh? Which is interesting. I thought maybe somewhere. I feel like Tommy's team with everybody, though.
Yeah, like they put never on the same team because he worked House of Hardcore shows with him too, but they were never on the same team. They always would have been on the opposite team. So working together, it's interesting. It's interesting for sure, but I know there was definitely a reaction when he placed himself into this match, which Scott kind of says is like nice of you to kind of book yourself in this there, Tommy.
Yeah, conveniently walk up here and book yourself in a match. I feel like that's all of his matches lately. Tommy Dreamer's like, Hey, I happen to be over here, like lacing my boots, and I heard there's a match going on. Let me book myself in.
Let me get on the pay-per-view. So there was a nice reaction.
Hit that pay window,
what the hell?
Hit that pay window, Daddy.
I'll tell you, I think the callback, as we were kind of going through this, the callback to the hit, the Good Brothers hit, it could happen here. Tommy could take the bullet, Dino Bravo, Johnny Bravo style, and get taken out of this match, I feel, before it starts. And somebody else is in there.
That happened to him at Under Siege, didn't it? He got taken out at Under Siege. Or the show before, one of the like recent shows, he got taken out backstage. Now, and that Sammy did it. Didn't Sammy admit to doing it?
Well, Sammy took out Trey. Somebody took out Trey.
No,
we're going way back to that tournament for Genesis.
Critical Sting, where the hell are you? Who took out Tommy in the locker room?
Did Tommy get taken out? Everybody gets taken out around here.
Everybody takes Tommy out. Somebody took Tommy
I assume
out.
it's the Winker backstage.
That's not how you handle your business. Calm down. Don't do this.
Sammy took out Eddie to force trade up. No, somebody took out Tommy. Remember when Tommy was laying in between the chairs and the Cameron cutting time, and he's like, "Are we done?" Remember that whole cut scene where he's like, "Good," and it's like they caught it on camera.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Sammy took out Dreamer, so Trey could be in the main event Under Siege. That's exactly. Now all of a sudden you got Tommy Dreamer like, "Well, I'll team with you now." No, he's gonna fucking turn on him too, or say might take him out again.
Tommy's not making it to the match.
Why did I just impersonate Tommy like he sounds like Rocky Balboa? I don't know. Maybe I'll take you out too. I'll team up with you, and maybe you want to go against Drago. And
are you Rocky Five it, or are you
Rocky Five, totally Rocky Five. I'm out of it.
He's in elder statesman.
I'm fucking broke. I'm living in South Philly. My kid's a little asshole all of a sudden because he doesn't have his dirt bike anymore. A little bastard, I'm Rocky Five, man, and I've adopted this dude who I think is gonna make it and be good to me, and he turns on me for money. Rocky Five. I like Rocky Five though. I don't mind Rocky Five. People hate Rocky Five.
It's not as bad as everybody says, but it's not good either. Though it's definitely the worst.
It's the worst Rocky movie
of all. If you got to pick a worst, but it's not that bad.
It's the worst. Yeah, it's watchable.
Now, Bill, where's that neighborhood? Is that South Philly where they're at? That's Philly. He's a Philly. I'm asking the Philly guy.
Philly.
South Philly.
It's South Philly. It's one of the. It's more probably Southwest, but it's Philly.
Yeah, that's where we go. I hate his son in there. His son died. That kid died, by the way. That was a shit son. He died. But in the movie, he was a little prick, though. He's a total prick in that movie, though. I'm sorry that he died, but the kid in the movie was a total asshole. Rocky Five. I'm not gonna. I hated him in 1990.
Well, they kind of played into that. Like
I know.
They didn't make him a likable character. The kid.
No, he was too busy whining about it. My dirt bike got taken. What's okay, hey kid? It happens. All right.
He made the over-the-top kid look like the coolest kid in on earth. He wasn't.
Let me start on that kid. Screw that kid. But man, this kid was like, I'm like, hey kid, your dad's a half a vegetable right now. Can we worry about that instead of your stupid dirt bike? This is Rocky.
He runs a restaurant later in the Creed movies.
Man, this is horrible.
In Rocky 6 though, he's running the restaurant. In Rocky Balboa, he's at the restaurant, so he's okay. He stables out. Adrian's dead at that point, though.
But Adrian's restaurant, Adrian's.
Yes, I know it does. It does name it, but she's dead. They killed Adrian. I can't believe they killed Adrian. Why would you kill Adrian? Like, what purpose did it do to kill? Hasn't he taken enough abuse, Rocky? He had to kill his wife. And he stuck with Paulie for the rest of his life. The guy who lost his money for him. Don't give me, Mark. Put this on Patreon, man. I'm gonna do a whole Rocky retrospective on Patreon.
Rocky's a country music story, man. What are you going to say?
Hey, man.
At least he had that sweet linen tiger jacket when he was riding high.
That is a sweet jacket. Well. It was got a jacket similar to that. Bill, Manser wears something kind of similar to that.
Oh, I've seen that he has all the different kinds of funky jackets.
Those jackets are great. What's everybody's favorite Rocky movie in the chat? I'd like to know. Just total sidebar. 4, right? It got to be 4.
If he dies, he dies.
He dies.
One is just, it's the OG. 4 is probably my most watched, but 1 is the one that's
for the wrestling fandom. I think 3 is going to be a high contender.
Look at that. Look at that. Look, it's framed up, ready to be hung on my place right there. You see that? Look at that.
For a second, I thought that was the Philly tapings poster with Johnny Morrison doing that post.
Oh, I took that same picture at the Philly
Impact.
tapings when I went to the Philly. I took the same photo right at the same spot. They actually put the footprints up there of the exact spot where you can stand, which is pretty cool. Here I am talking. I'm talking Philly. I got the Philly guy here. I'm teaching people about Philadelphia. Bill, take this away from me right now.
Yeah, no, number one's obviously the best one.
And back to the show.
But no, number 4 is more in my time frame because
four is fantastic. Come on,
4 is the one we saw as kids.
That's exactly.
3 was the one I saw in the theater first as a kid.
But 3 is the one I would think the wrestling fandom would be all into because
they're all so
the Hulkster, Mr. T. Come on,
yeah,
Eye the Tiger.
The soundtrack is
Eye the Tiger.
No Easy Way Out. Come on, man.
Survivor.
And you get the bells. You get the bells with the Rocky theme song.
I used to have a bell too, but thanks to some nurse took that shit away from me.
Yeah, you used to have a bell there, Trent, but now we know where that is.
In my ass.
I got a case of the Eustace. I love Rocky IV. Rocky IV. I even learned my first line of Russian because at the end of the Rock, when Drago's going down and he looks at the audience, it's all cheering for Rocky, and he's like, "You fucking." And this guy's like, "You look at your people; they're cheering for him, you piece of shit." And he's like, "Nuk yak yuk shibiro, yak shibya, yak shibya," and it means I fight to win. For me. See, I know Russian. It's my one Russian line. I learned it from Ivan Drago, Rocky IV. That's it, huh? Anybody want to validate?
I know a little Russian.
Yeah, what do you got?
Do you got hair on your booty cheeks?
Oh.
Yeah, this is horrible. That's great Russian. Who knew Willie Mack was from Moscow? It's awesome.
I don't think you're Russian. I think you're Dragon.
All right, Havok and Rosemary. This is
the most off the rail fucking show in a long
Alicia's
time.
not here to reel it in, man. No,
Ingrid's
Alicia.
not in the chat.
No, not in the chat. No, Alicia. This is what happens. Plus, I was fired up today. I was off the rails today. But all right, Havok and Rosemary. Let's talk about it. What did you guys in the chat think about this one? Was this the number one contender match though? Did they say
this was adding Havok if she won it, making it a three-way?
Okay, yeah. I didn't catch that. I didn't get that stipulation. This was a short match though. I felt like it ended like out of nowhere. Michael, what was the reaction? It was just done. It was just like I felt it just like I didn't expect it to end when it did. I don't know. Jaybone, what do you think?
Yeah, it was a little short. This one I felt could have went either way, but I feel like Rosemary also, as much as I love Havok, Rosemary really needed this to put the exclamation point on her match this weekend. So
is she a one-time champ or two? I'm trying to remember now. Is she former?
Ooh.
I think she only had one reign, hasn't she? One decently long reign. I think that's. I feel like there was one more in there, but I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe where's critical thing when I need him. But I feel like he's only been a champion one time, and I'm trying to confirm that right now. Let me see.
One critical thing, one-time champ in 2016.
That's
her debut year,
dude. That's what I'm thinking.
Wow,
she is
so that was a while ago.
Far overdue for a title.
Yeah, there
That's
was
crazy.
obviously an injury for a while, but
yeah.
Thank you, Kirkles thing, as always. Yeah, she was injured for a bit, but man, can you believe, like, in all that time, 5 years, she's only had one title reign?
That's crazy.
That's crazy. When you really put it in perspective, that is kind of crazy.
One of the most recognizable knockouts over a long period of time now, too.
I mean, I guess she didn't need one. You know, she was so over. It's not like she needed the title. Yeah. She was so goddamn over all the time. Like, she is probably the most popular knockout of this era, the Anthem era, for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to think, man, it's kind of crazy.
She was probably the last couple years in the Impact Zone. She was definitely the most popular knockout. So it goes almost since her time in the company. She's been close to, I'd say, a year into the company till now. She's probably been the most popular knockout.
Very much so, man. Very much so. Now Sue has had it twice, Rosemary once. So that's it, man. So I mean, there has. I mean, I gotta say though. I mean, Taya had it for so long though. Let's keep that in mind, right? Like Taya had a over a year long reign.
Yeah,
so that's a year of
God. The Red Wedding. Who knows what happened?
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, Taya's a year of that. So Taya's a year of that. Jordan had almost a reign for a third of the year, a little more than that. Tessa had a long reign. So 3 champions right there. And Sue's first one actually was 110 days. That's a pretty long reign too. and then Allie before 100 days. So there's been some decently long reigns. And Deanna right now is at 208 days, which is.
And it was only broken up, briefly by Sue's second run.
By Sue's second, exactly. Yeah, if you
champion before that for 4 months.
That's right. 4 months there. Sue had a 3-week, and that's it, man. So Deanna's had a nice, nearly like almost 300 days of champion in the last year.
In that time span, she's proven to the world that she's the best women's wrestler on the planet.
Fantastic.
Right now.
Absolutely fantastic.
It's almost, I do feel like this is where they take it off of her, though. I think Rosemary's primed.
I think Rosemary, she is ready for another one. You just need to put that on her at this point and run.
And the thing is, Deanna's involved in so much storyline amongst that group and with so many of the knockouts right now, you can remove the title from her without harming her in terms of her momentum, and you can move her out of the main event scene without it mattering, because you can move her right into a story-focused feud with multiple people. So I really think it's the time to move it. I mean, I want them to keep it on her, but if you're going to move it to Rosemary. She's been there a long time, face of the division, hasn't had a reign in a long time. Decay needs some kind of gold if you want them to stop being considered jobbers at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, but then what happens to the AAA match down at Triple Mania in August?
Rosemary goes down and wins that and becomes Reina de Reinas.
Ooh.
We got that coming up too, huh? All right.
Yeah.
Decay will have gold at Slammiversary.
I hope so.
Listen, man, I think they're all prime. That's the thing. They've primed them so nicely that it's like I'm digging where everything's at.
Well, just see how the match ended.
Oh well, we had after the pin here today.
Because it's leading in, we know Rosemary's primed right now. But I don't think it's going to be for Deanna's title Saturday. I think Deanna's will retain, but they've already set up now Havok and Rosemary tag team.
Oh,
they will defeat Fia and Flava at Slammiversary.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because after this, Kimber, Susan run in, attacking Rosemary and Havok. Susan calls for Tasha to come out for her match with Kimber.
Yeah,
and then they go to that. But I love Susan's line here. She goes, "That's what you get, you freaks." I love that.
That's a great line.
Sound bite immediately on that one. I there's note that one. We need that sound bite.
Kyle.
Go Kyle. I hope you're listening. But we'll see, man. I thought maybe they're setting up Kimber and Susan. I guess not. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's these two. It's Havok and Rosemary.
I thought they were.
They're both primed. I think this is the way. All right, you give them gold again, because you look at it. We just talked about Rosemary. When was Havok's title reign?
2014, I want to say.
Wow.
She has even long, but she was out of the company too.
She was out of the company for a while.
Yeah.
But she's been in the company a long time with that too.
She has, man. And I think, and a tag belt would be good because these two look like a team. They could be a team too.
And it gets an add to Decay.
It does. Go ahead, Mark.
I was just going to say, sorry, six months ago, we were not complaining. We were discussing how we were short on knockouts and there wasn't enough going on. And now there's so much going on. We can't figure out where we think they're going with it. That's kind of a real testament to the writing team on the knockouts division side. They brought it back from, it was pretty low. We were feeling pretty down about where the division was at for a little bit there. Not because we don't love it, but it just didn't look great with all the talent we've lost and not regained. And now it feels like we're right back on top again. So
it's so nicely busy right now that it's very welcome. I'm really enjoying trying to follow all the stories, which I'd rather be busier than not busy with this.
Yes.
So I'm all for it. We go right into Tasha with Kiera in her corner against Kimberly with Susan and hers. Let me take Mark on this because that's your girl, man, right there.
Oh man. Yeah, so fantastic entrance, best entrance in wrestling. I was really hoping Alicia would be here because this was Battle of the Treehouse, her girl Kimberly versus my girl Tasha Steelz.
That entrance was cut off during.
Yes, I know.
It was, yeah.
And it was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it went right to commercial. Yeah.
Oh,
I got that one too.
You got the same one? There was a couple of odd like cuts in this episode. Like even the Moose interview later, like he almost looked like he was about to say something else at one point. Then it's like, he's like, and against all odds, I'm going to be world champion. Cut. And I'm like, wait, what was he going to say? Like he was clearly going to say something else. But go ahead. Mark.
This match for me, the story of the match is Kiera Hogan on the outside. Actually, her nonstop, incessant banter is the most believable managerial aspect I've seen outside the ring in a while. Like, even though she's not a manager, like Bravo isn't active on screen in a managerial role anymore. So we haven't had a manager like that. And Kiera felt like that tonight, even though she's a tag champ, real strong presence ringside. Good match. I like Tasha working with opponents who are bigger than her. Same thing with Jordan. Tasha and Jordan, tons of chemistry. I thought there was a lot of chemistry with Kimber here, who's a fantastic worker. Like, we know Kimber is one of the best workers.
The most consistent knockout performer, I think, is Kimberly.
Like
unsung hero, though. She's not getting any credit for it, though.
Totally. My opinion, or like why I think that is, or at least for me, Kimber doesn't have like any matches of the year because she's not in the position on the card to be wrestling 15-minute matches on pay-per-views. But you always know if Kimberly's in a match, it's going to be at least a good to great match, no matter what. And I feel the same way about Tasha. It's feeling kind of like AJ or Rey Mysterio, where I almost want to see her work exclusive programs with larger opponents at this point because of the way they are in the ring. Surprisingly, Tasha finished this match with a Falcon Arrow. So a new finisher for Tasha. Possibly she's used it once before. Second time, D'Lo didn't call it by name. So I don't know if that's the case or not. But a real good match. I like this match a ton. TNI referee Daniel Spencer, really good work here. Particularly good positioning himself out of the way of the camera a few times where it was getting kind of tricky. So I want to shout that out too.
Absolutely.
Bill, fantastic referee. Agreed.
Well, but I think referee Daniel normally is pretty.
He's real good
in there. He's pretty in there. So
he's a physical.
Like I said, normally you don't see, like I said, anything that sticks out where you're like, oh, what's going on there? He's very by the book, very unnoticeable in a good way.
I want to know if Daniel Spencer loads up the armband and then he just like Lex Luger's everybody, like metal plates them all out. One day just loses his shit and he's like, oh, fuck this, man. And
you just wrote his heel turn.
I know, exactly. It's perfect.
That's good stuff.
Just Nick Patrick the whole thing and just turn heel, man. Just go right against it.
Speaking of not noticing it, by the way, it was during this match that I realized I had forgotten Josh Matthews is on commentary, which means he's doing a good job because I'm not a huge Josh fan. But Bill, I think you're right.
Bill's the biggest Josh fan.
And I think he's right. I think it's the chemistry with D'Lo that made me kind of just forget it was Josh. It was just commentary. So, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not the biggest Josh commentary fan. Bill's the biggest one.
I'm going to be nice to your face, and then I'll go bury you behind your back.
What are you saying there?
Not saying nothing. Oh, Joey Tightlips over here is not saying nothing. But I love Stryker though. I feel Stryker would have been for this episode for a go home. Stryker would have sold you 300 more subscriptions to Impact Plus the way he would have fucking went off on this. But I love Stryker. But no, it's good stuff. Steelz wins. She gets the win on this one. I don't know. I feel bad for Kimber though, Jay. Like she's not she's there to make everybody look good, and just want to get her get her moment though, man.
I'd say just wait. She's way too good to just those little things that you see her with her little differences with Susan is where it's all going to start. And then it's going to take that to blow up into Deonna Purrazzo because they're all one team. So it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time because Susan is she's booking matches now. She's going, she's running in the office. Look, she was hanging out. We noticed this. There was a big question in that one segment where everybody was hanging out in the hallway, and then Scott D'Amore kind of crashed back into his office, and everyone noticed, hey, there's someone in his office sitting there. And we were, oh, who's sitting in Scott's office? Who's talking to Scott D'Amore? And we figured it out later. When Susan, all of a sudden, she's like, oh, yeah, and Kimberly's going to have a match with Tasha Steelz. It's like, oh, well, there you go. There's your answer. The person was wearing all black.
Oh, was Susan?
Has to be Susan. I mean, that's what I'm writing it in my head. That way I'm using my quote fingers for those listening on audio. That's what makes sense to me. It's like, oh, okay. Well, it makes sense if it was Susan. She was always talking to Scott. She's telling Scott, I want this match. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, when does that segment air? The whole like office thing. I missed that. I heard them reference it, but I missed it today. What part did that air on? Like, where about? What was it? Was it a stumble on from something else or what?
Yeah. It was just him walking back into his office after. Was it Tommy Dreamer?
Dreamer. Yeah.
So everyone was going crazy that Tommy booked himself in that match. So you may have missed him walking back into the office.
I totally did.
Because he and Tommy weren't exactly agreeing, and then the whole Callihan walks off too.
Mm-hmm.
Scott D'Amore walks back, then away from the camera, kind of busts into his office, and then you see someone sitting at his desk, all in black.
Got it.
So then it's for a split second, it's like, oh, who's that?
Johnny Cash.
Man in Black. The post match on this is Deanna and Susan bring the fight over to Fire and Flava. They start fighting them. Rosemary and Havok run out to even up the odds a little bit. And then once Havok and Rosemary take care of Deanna and Susan, they shift over towards Kiera and Tasha. So I think you're right. There's your tag team setup right there. That could be it, man. That's definitely where we're going with this whole thing. We get a promo for is it Macklin? Steve Macklin, right? This is Deanna's fiance. Is that right?
Something like that.
Boyfriend, fiance, who's also with her on vacation right now. Steve Macklin is debuting. Do we know when? Is it? I'm guessing Slam
soon.
Yeah, they're not saying when, but
I mean it could be earlier. They're already airing these promos. I'm guessing.
Yeah, because Deanna appeared obviously before Slammiversary in ring. So usually they only go a couple weeks of vignettes and then someone appears. So I feel next week or the week after will probably definitely before Slammiversary. It's too early.
What do you guys think of Steve Macklin? I don't know. I know nothing about him. Absolutely nothing.
I've seen a couple of Forgotten Sons matches over the years, but I don't remember him. He never stood out, I guess, to me because I don't remember the matches. But that doesn't mean he's not good.
He's a badass.
Looks military to me.
Yeah.
Is that the character, military?
That's what it looks like.
He's a tough guy. Yeah.
They're all tough. What happened to characters, Jaybone? Like Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Where's the hacksaw carrying guy? Where's the drill sergeant guy?
Isaac Yankum.
Where's the
DMDS? Wait, there is. Oh, wait, never mind.
There is hits on a.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Where are those guys, Jaybone? Everybody's a guy. Everybody's a dude. Seth Rollins,
a dude.
Steve Macklin. They're all just names.
Just call me El Dudorito.
Let's give me a character. Give me some goofy character. I want the car mechanic like Johnny Wrench. Something. He's like the car mechanic from hell or something like that.
He might come with a sponsorship. I mean, he's drinking Jameson.
Hey, there's a guy at my farmer's market that wrestles Greg the Mechanic.
That's it. I want Greg the Mechanic, or
he'll screw you.
Yeah, exactly. I'll screw you for your part. I want like Isaac Installation. He's the evil contractor or whatever. Some shit like that.
You know who else is
the era we're from?
You know who else is a mechanic?
Who?
Amber Nova.
Amber Nova's a mechanic, but
from the garage.
From the garage, yeah. But I want
you just do with strong characters.
I can turn it on anytime, Pat.
Come on,
no problem.
Like that. I want a guy who thinks he's a fucking shark. I want a shark to run.
Curry Man, Shark Boy. Come on. Work for it.
Curry Man had a plate of food on top of his head. I mean, come on, man.
I do want to say Shark Boy is looking significantly skinnier lately.
Yeah, there he is. How does a skeleton keep? How does he keep moving from side to side? I don't notice it.
I walk in my office. I'm thinking he's over here. No, now he's over here just chilling.
I sworn he moved throughout the show. That's crazy. Yeah, give me some characters. Frankie Furnace, he's a prick of a heating and air guy. I'm gonna fucking light your pilot light or some motherfucker. Like just a real prick.
Characters.
They laughed and they laughed and they laughed and they laughed.
Bill Ding, the evil architect, which was Disco's idea.
I actually need to keep this shit on speed dial tonight.
Yeah, this is horrible.
Well, you are talking about the greatest promotion from 1980 something, the IPWF.
Oh, exactly. That's
they're
what
the characters you want.
I want that, man. I want Mike the Mover. Like the guy who just hauls couches all day. After a long day of moving. Tim Burr, yeah.
Tim Burr.
Tim Burr, which was the angry lumberjack, Tim Burr, Bill Ding, the evil architect, things like that.
Muscles McKenzie,
Muscles
Brutus the barber beefcake.
Yeah, I want a barber to come in. I want to cut everybody's hair in here. I was like, fuck yeah, I love that guy.
Comes with a gimmick match.
Exactly.
Comes with his own match.
Shit, man.
Look at this dumbass.
Ken Shamrock's just a dude.
It's just Ken Shamrock. No, but his name is Shamrock. He could be like, I'm an evil Irish dude. I can say that too.
Still just a dude, though.
They're all dudes. I'm saying everybody's a dude.
Ken Shamrock is one of the most badass guys, though. I mean, he came from the cage.
I'm not saying he's not legit as hell. I'm just saying he's just a dude, though.
Oh, but he's an MMA guy. He'll twist and turn your arms and take your legs and shove them up your booty hole. And
well, speaking of
he's an
what
MMA
we were
guy.
just talking about a knockouts match, you're talking MMA. That is another piece of news. One of the Invicta female fighters, the champion, was saying, "Hey, Impact Wrestling, I'm interested."
Would she call him out?
She called Deanna out by name.
Yeah, she's like she wants to go after the champ.
Yeah,
no kidding.
Very intriguing.
Yep.
Who did that?
The Invicta.
I have to get the name. I can't. I can find it.
This is it right here. Not everybody can be Johnny. I want Johnny.
It's true.
Man.
That's a high bar, though. That's a high bar.
It's a really high bar, but that's the guy.
And I want my pizzles back.
That's the guy, though, man. You gotta be like Johnny Swinger, He's just laying pipe for 3 hours. He comes in, wrestles a match, runs a casino, goes back to more pipe laying. Just drives in his '88 Saab.
Speaking of, let's move on with this reviews.
All right, Alicia, fine. We will. We go backstage after the Macklin promo, and it's Josh Alexander getting interviewed by our girl Scoop. Our girl Scoop is interviewing him, asking him how he's feeling after the Iron Man match. And he's like, I'm going to go watch a #1 contender match very closely at Against All Odds. Look forward to seeing who I'm going to face. Ace Austin walks in, and he's like, you better watch my part of the match because he calls him one time. He goes, hey, one time as a former 2-time champion. Let me tell you what you really need to be looking for. But I like that about Ace. Was solid right here. Something different about Ace was it? Did he have eyeliner on?
What is his hair? He's been wearing eyeliner. His hair was cut thinner.
I know he had eyeliner on. I'm sure I was like,
he's been wearing eyeliner for like 3 or 4 weeks now.
Okay,
it's guy liner.
Guy liner. My apologies.
Come on, you're in a rock band. You don't know about guy liner? Come on.
I am sorry, Jaybone.
Is it Odark? Because he's also owes my money.
Sorry, I don't know what that has to do with anything.
That's the best fucking.
It's great.
One day I'm going to be watching Impact on Pluto or somewhere, and that's going to happen, and I'm going to die laughing.
That actual match, the actual segment's going to air. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'll pop so much.
I think that was from one of the international tours. I want to say. I think so. All right, we'll set the next one up. It's Chris Bay and Rohit Raju. Chris Bay's back, huh, Bill?
Great to see Chris Bay back.
We haven't seen him in ages.
He obviously. I guess it was an injury. We hadn't seen him for a while, but then we saw that he was kind of making his return. He did a little indie work, but seeing him back is there because he was kind of on fire. So his momentum got derailed. So it's good seeing him back here, and we kind of even knew because in this match, Truck was good enough to be doing some polls during the watch along. and everyone was picking Team Rohit and Chris Bay. It was heavy action, as they say in Vegas on this. And as soon as I say how heavy the action was, it was like 85-15. All of a sudden, the money started moving. The Trey Petey contingent started making up, but not enough time to make up the ground. I think it ended about like 60-40 in the end. Maybe another minute or two it would have changed, but because we see it, maybe you could say a little bit of an upset here.
Yeah, I mean, on top of which, I wanted to point one thing before we talk about the end. You guys notice how much they put over Petey Williams now? Like they're like he's a national treasure. They really make a big deal about Petey Williams nowadays.
Well, he wasn't a national treasure. The Super Destroyer.
Oh, today, Jesus, the end was cool. Trey and Petey do win. Trey and Petey get the win on this one, which it was a good win.
Is Petey headed to the Hall of Fame?
The way they keep hyping him up, it almost
is that what you're
feels
getting
like
at? I could totally see that if that's what you're saying.
They hype him up a lot, but then I feel there's so many people before him, man. Like James Storm.
Well, but that may not be the case. Like up north, they didn't put the Undertaker into theirs because of circumstances. Maybe it's a circumstantial thing,
I still say every year should include this: a male heavyweight, a knockout, a tag team, X Division guy, and a behind the scenes person. That's your induction every year.
What would your behind the scenes like TNI or like
like production types. So TNI, West, JB, and those kind of folks. Or
Hudson.
Scott Hudson, yes, exactly. Goldilocks, whatever.
Yeah,
but behind the scenes are like I don't know. Maybe not going to go behind the scenes. Like they're their own characters too, in a sense. You know what I mean? Like like SoCal Val. Which she was not a wrestler, but she was definitely a part of the show for a long time. Things like that.
Yeah.
Contributions to the company.
Yeah, contribution to the company.
So like four separate entrants every time. I think that's
you
fair
have
number.
Plenty. There's so many people came. Think about it. Male, female, tag team, X, and then a crew or an honorary member for induction.
Tiny.
Tiny the bellkeeper from TNA. Yes. Why not Tiny? Why not Scott Hudson, Bill?
Because Scott Hudson sucks.
If you guys are watching Throwback on Tuesdays, Bill does not like Scott Hudson, and he's all over the episodes of the 60s and 70s.
Oh, 20 segments. 20 segments, Daddy.
Nonstop. I watched a little bit of you guys on Tuesday when I
Total
could. It was
nonstop Hudson.
Yeah, every second Jaybone was like ding, ding,
ding, ding. Hudson's everywhere, man.
Which one's Jay?
You're going backstage the interviews that much. You need to give me a little something. You need to make it interesting. You can't just be unbearable.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Well, honestly, if they went to Mean Gene 40 times in a 2-hour show, you get tired of Mean Gene.
Well, Hudson is no Mean Gene.
He's no Mean Gene. That's the thing. He's just a robot. That says, hey, I'm a Southern and I talk wrestling. Yeah, welcome to the wrestling show.
The wrestling show.
Wait, he's Southern?
I think he didn't sound Southern.
He's got a little bit twang.
A little bit twang. Scott Hudson here. No, it sounds like
go cover a NASCAR race.
Hey, Scott, okay, Bill, in your opinion, where would you rank Hermie Sadler and Scott Hudson? Who goes in the pit first? Hermie Sadler or Scott Hudson? They were up Hermie Sadler's ass for years.
They were.
Holy shit! It was Hermie Sadler.
But they were up Scott Hudson too. Remember, that's the last words Tony Schiavone said before he left the business for 18 years. Was your nose Scott Hudson?
He said, "What did he say?" He said, "There's a guy named Scott Hudson who can do your job." And oh my God, he said something to Goldilocks, something about holding that microphone. It's all you're good at. You make Paula Polishuk look like Diane Sawyer. There's a guy named Scott Hudson sitting there who's not working because a bimbo's like you or something. I was like, holy shit.
Give me freaking Terry Taylor, man. He was
in
that in between. Yeah. He was way better.
I thought so too.
He's
just overrated because people, I don't know. I might just be missing it. People thought he was half decent, and I just don't think that.
Hudson.
Terry Taylor.
He's the Palmer of backstage interviewers.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
I remember when WCW got bought, when they were doing the short-lived WCW matches or whatever here and there, Vince didn't want Schiavone. He took Hudson. He wanted Scott Hudson on there. He did like one match in WWE or one or two, and that was it. That was like.
Then he realized, man, that was a mistake.
He's like, "Who the hell is this, pal? Get rid of this fucking guy."
He's just very bland, very vanilla.
Man, they give him a lot of segments on Throwback though. Holy shit, he's on the entire show.
And that's the thing. So was Goldilocks, but Goldilocks would like when Gia is like, you're trying to kill me. Like you make it interesting. He doesn't make it interesting.
No, that's true. All right, let's finish up the tag match. Kurgle sings like, do we even finish the tag match?
No.
Trey and Petey do win. I think he did it. Trey did an hourglass submission on Rohit. Got him to and tapped him. He tapped.
He went through a table and now tapped to a submission. Tough 2 weeks for Rohit.
Oh, I'm going to see him tomorrow.
Rohit's team player, though, man. This has always been his role in the X Division, right? He was rewarded handsomely with the greatest X Division run we'd seen in 2 or 3 years to that point. So,
if I can do a quick plug because it involves Rohit and a lot of these players here, tomorrow in AEW at Crush and Destroy at Fight TV, $12.99. It is Team Impact on the show. It's Rohit as Hakeem Zayn, Ace Austin, and Madman Fulton on one team, and they got a match tomorrow. Against Myron Reed and oh my god, I should know.
Nice.
Travis Titan,
and Dante Leon. Yeah,
there you go.
Oh, that is gonna
be a banger. Yeah,
that is gonna burn down the building.
I'm telling you, you want to talk a match that's gonna make some people? Well, look out for Titan and Leon tomorrow to get made. That's a big shot for these. These two are young kids coming out of the training here, year 1 and 2. You know what? Shit, man, they're getting there with two former X Division champions. And Myron Reed is team with them, and then Fulton. It's really fucking great. That's going to be a great match tomorrow.
Look, and don't get me wrong, I love the inclusion of all the Impact stars on this brand of AAW. Mm-hmm. But watching it for the new talent, like was that Russ Jones and Dante Leon and
Shaft. Shaft is great too.
Shaft, a couple of those other guys cutting promos and just stars in the ring. I can't think of CA. What's it?
Which one, Jay? Which one? Jay?
There's a couple of them that cut just amazing promos, and they go out there and they just burn the house down, man. They're just amazing.
We had some good stuff. David Penzer snuck in here again. Look at that. David Penzer, you sit there on the outskirts of the show. You sit there and you watch and you lurk out there, and then you come in just to correct me. Let me run my narrative here. You come just to correct me.
You're controlling your narrative.
Control my narrative. Penzer chilling by the pool. He's got a glass of scotch on the rocks at the pool. What was his drink again, Bill?
He's the vodka man.
Vodka.
Vodka's got a vodka going on, chilling at the pool in that humid Florida weather, relaxing.
I think that's what Trent was doing all day.
Maybe. I'm a little fired up today, guys. I don't know what I was drinking, but I was eating. I ate a lot of blueberries today. I got a whole thing of blueberries right here.
Oh, you're gonna turn into a big blueberry like in Willy Wonka.
Hey, old blueberry, man. Zooberry to blueberry. That's what's going on here. but Ace Austin and Madman Fulton run out, start beating the shit out of everybody at this point. Josh Alexander comes out. Didn't look too fast to come out there. Look how he took his fucking time to come out to help any of these assholes. He's like, I got to fight one of you pricks. I'm not going to really help. He's like, I'll just jog down to the ring here.
Josh was hurt. Did you see it?
I know, he was hurt. He was beat up, man. Comes to the rescue. Rohit, Bay, Williams, Miguel slide back in, and they all go after Fulton, which I love.
Awesome.
And it was like, and Fulton's just like, this was badass. To me, this was because he literally
should use Fulton like this.
I like it. It was that's how you got to use Fulton. That to me was awesome. I'm like, he looked like a complete indestructible monster. It took 5 guys to take him down, but man, did he get sold to me tonight more because I'm like, shit, that's the real deal. And it took 4 of them to prep him for a super ultimate Canadian destroyer, which I think is what it was called.
Oh my god, he killed him.
Awesome. And it looked like it hurt. Like it definitely hurt. That was fantastic. Petey hit that. Looked great. But I love Fulton here, huh, Mark? This is how I want to see Fulton use more and more. A complete killing machine.
Man, absolutely. And the look, the monster they built, like how he refers to himself, his lack of mic time that he gets because he's always roaring. He's a great heavy, awesome heater. Like, if he's not going to get actual match time, book him just like this. He doesn't get enough moments where you remember that he's that dude who rose up from behind the ring post. Do you remember that moment for Fulton? I don't even remember who it was against, but where he rose up out of the ring and like came in and destroyed somebody right before he disappeared off TV for a bit. So I love Fulton. I'd like to see him get more shine. This is good stuff.
Yeah, I think Pender's mocking me here. I think he's truly mocking me at this point. So continue to crush my narrative. Calls me Trey, by the way. He's known me for years now. Call me Trey. Okay, thank you for that. I think now he's just messing with me. Now he's just
that's an endearing name.
Is it? Or is is one too many whiskey sours on by the pool there? Is that what's going on? Enjoying my blueberry.
Shot time.
But listen, I like it. I love how Fulton's used. This is exactly how I want to see Fulton presented more and more. And if they break him solo, if Ace is doing a solo thing, man, keep Fulton. Can you imagine Fulton and Morrissey locking up? Now talk about a buildup. That's what I want to see. Fulton and Morrissey eventually get to a program.
I want Fulton in anybody. I want more Fulton on TV. I've been asking for more Fulton on TV since he came back. I was pissed when he was off TV. Please give me more Fulton. I don't care how you get him there. Fulton Morrissey, all day. Do it.
Build it right, and that could be a Clash of the Titans. Absolutely could be.
A lot of big guys.
You got a lot of big guys in the company, man. Use them like Morrissey, like Jay. They're using Morrissey perfect, like a monster. Like I'm sold on him. I immediately I didn't watch him up north, but this character now, I'm looking at him like this guy's whatever it is. I'm in. I'm sold.
And that's the thing. He was great up north, but he's even in 10 times better shape now than he was when he was with Enzo and they were making 30,000 people in an arena scream their names. It was, he's absolutely on a different level now, and it's so great to see. It's
can't teach that, huh?
Nope.
Can't teach that.
7 feet tall.
Now there was no Scott D'Amore throwing shade at him this week with a comment like that.
No, he didn't throw a little witty line in there.
They laughed, and they laughed, and they laughed, and they laughed.
Not this week. This week they were okay with you.
Yeah.
But that's the tie in here. Willie Mack backstage promises to put a little respect into W. Morrissey, and Rich Swann's like, "I'm gonna help you out and be there. I'll be right there ringside, and I'll before this goes down, I got your back. And Mack's like, no, I got this. I don't need you coming out. He goes, stay back here. This is my fight. And he's like, you sure? He's like, I got this. Come on. It lets him know he has it.
He ain't scared of no one.
It is the battle of the Willies, guys. This is Willie Morrissey against Willie Mack.
W Mack.
The winner.
He lost his name.
The winner gets
I was so excited I had the Willies.
Nice. Oof.
It's like, I'm going to be nice to your face, and then I'll go bury you behind your back.
Yeah. Tennille Dashwood's interview segment or her talk show, huh, Bill? All about me with Tennille Dashwood. She's the guest, and there's the rotating host every week, and it's Rachel Ellering this week who comes in with Jordan. Caleb was on fire during this. I love Caleb during this. Mark, did you by any chance write down any of his lines?
No, I just wrote down the line from Tennille where Caleb gives Tennille the shirt, and it's them. Tennille looks at it and she's like, she's my favorite. It's her on the shirt. I did not write down Caleb's lines, but his were funny too.
Well, I think my favorite line of his was, we'll fix it in post.
Well, I don't know. A like doesn't mean agree. What is
like is not an endorsement. No, retweet is not an endorsement. That's what he said. Retweet is not
and we live by that rule.
Mm-hmm.
We do. He's absolutely right. I still say Rachel's turning heel. Is anybody with me on this yet? No. This is another week of this. No. Nobody.
I'm getting farther off that train.
Yeah, not even a little bit.
Are you guys crazy?
I think you refuse to back down, and you're so committed now that you can't see the forest for the trees.
How about I take it to the chat? Who is with me that Rachel is going to be the heel turn here?
I'll say this. Truck, if you're around somewhere, you were doing all these polls, do a poll on this. Will Trent get any votes?
Yeah, well, anyway, do a poll.
Like,
Do a
poor Willie
poll.
Mack got no votes in winning his match tonight.
No, William Mack did not. But I want to know. It's who's with? Are you with me? Remember what they said? You're either with us or you're against us. What Eric Bischoff said when the NWO was going on when they were forming. And so you're either with us or you're against. You're either with me or you're against me. That's just how it works here, guys. It's Rachel Ellering turning heel. Who's with me?
Yeah, but you're no Eric Bischoff.
You sound like me when they were.
Holy shit! Wait a minute! Wait a minute! I got Jaybone taking machine guns at me today. What the hell is this? Give him the machine gun today. He got it today. He got me. Give him the gun, Mark. Give him the gun.
Oh, I gotta get over this. Sorry, I'm in the comments right now.
The hell! Oh my!
You got it, Bill.
You will not make it to next throwback. Do you understand me, Bone? You are done. You are out of here.
Truck says neither.
Truck might have it right.
Neither's turn. Truck. What is with the truck? Ride in the middle. These nice Canadians over here. I don't want to take a side. I don't want to be the mean guy and say one's turning heel. I mean, Truck. For once in your life, stop being Canadian and just give us a straight answer. One of them is going to turn heel. That's just the bottom line. That's how it works. That's how this business works, man. Somebody turns heel. Somebody didn't see it coming. All that. That's how this happens. Where the hell you been? Just put a poll up, please. Somebody agree. Is somebody agreeing with me? Or
somebody get your poll up.
Has anyone agreed with me?
Poll up. Jesus.
Jordan's the one getting pissed. That's what they want you to think. Okay, Brandon's with me. Brandon Richard right there, baby. Look at that. I got it. I got one. That's one more for the good guys. That's how they say it. I got one right there. All right, we got one right there. He's going to post it to Craig.
That's why.
But I'm so happy they found a great. This Tenille character is fun. I feel like she was such a lost character.
Yep.
And you got it now. Now we got something that she really floats with, man.
Oh, hold on.
What do we got?
Trent, we have, I think, evidence of how you feel as a blueberry.
What the hell is this? What the hell, man? Is that me? That is me. Who the hell made this?
Little Charlie, or Willy Wonka.
Holy shit, man. That's creepy.
That's a reface app. Oof.
Take that down. That's creepy. Yikes. Dude, I'm so hooked on blueberries lately. They're great. Anybody else? You guys not blueberry fans? Nobody likes blueberries?
I like blueberries.
Shut the hell up about the blueberries.
I love blueberry. I'm trying to get some endorsements.
But does the snozberries taste like snozberries?
Snozberries taste like snozberries. That's what they say.
We're not going to get a blueberry. I don't even know what planet blueberries are from. Okay, let's keep going.
Usually Michigan.
Planet Blue.
I mean, Mark, Michigan, man. You're a Michigan guy.
They got blueberries there.
Yeah, a lot of blueberries.
My kids and my wife eat a ton of them. I'm not a fan.
I think those blueberries came from the secret blueberry patch.
They might have come from Mark's treehouse fridge of the blueberries.
I may have come from. You may have OD'd all blueberry.
Look at my boy Brandon Richard again. Look at this boy. First he agrees with me on Rachel Ellering, and now he's having a blueberry smoothie. This guy. Now, Brandon Richard, if you want to join the Patreon at We Talk Impact, you will be the guy. You will be the MVP tonight. If you blueberry.
Oh, good for you.
Patreon, this would be the guy. So patreon.com/We Talk Impact. My man.
Yeah, there might be a new category later. Maybe there's the blueberry room. Who knows?
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, well, hey,
what happens in the blue? Is there nudity in the blueberry room? Is there sex in the blueberry room?
There's no sex in the blueberry room.
Okay.
No, that's only if the blueberries came from Uranus.
Take it easy, Jaybone. I'm talking about food here, okay?
In my ass.
Yeah.
We were losing Jaybone in that those references.
Humble Beast is in the chat. We shouted you out earlier. Thank you for becoming a patron on Patreon. We did shout you out earlier. He just jumped in right now. Thank you very much. Man, most everybody's disagreeing with me. Car crash bill. You know what? They want the car crash bill. Should we give them the car? This whole segment. They want the car crash. Let's give them the car crash.
Wait, am I getting the?
So they got the car crash. The whole thing went off the rails. Alicia's not here. Ingrid's not here. We're an hour and 40 minutes in the show. Save the blueberries! the blueberry. Sign up for Patreon at patreon.com/WeTalkImpact.
Rode that one till the bitter end.
We sure did. Jaybone's dead. Jaybone is dead.
I miss Alicia.
I miss Ingrid.
Somebody get control of this shit. If Kyle were here, it would be so fun.
Shot Jaybone. My God.
All right.
All right.
We're VBD vignette.
We're getting there. VBD vignette, yes. After a disappointing loss to from Diener on Before the Impact tonight, Eric Young has high hopes that Rhino and Diener will successfully retain the tag team championship at Against All Odds this Saturday. Also, Joe Doering scoring up against Kojima, which I think is going to be a show stealer. Absolutely show stealer. He wants Violent by Design to conquer the world, he says. And that takes us right to Doering with VBD against Eddie Edwards. This is an interesting match, but they did not. It was short. 5 minutes tops.
Not
even, right? DQ. Eddie Edwards wins. That was it. It's not really much of a match.
DQ. Maybe he'll main event Slammiversary.
Hey, look at that. Maybe this is Bound for Glory DQ right here.
It'll get saucy like a motherfucker. We used the machine gun already.
I'm with Bill on that one.
It does make it does. I hadn't thought of it that way. I was just happy to see Sami in the main.
I think we all are happy with it. And I thought Sami was going to play a part of the main event regardless. It's just how he got there.
Yeah. I felt you could have put him in there stronger. So it didn't look like he just kind of fell into that. That's the thing. So that's my only.
He wins a world title at some point. No one's going to really remember how he got in there, except for
that's true.
Me talking about it a year from now.
What was that philosophy? You just remember who two guys got into a fight. You know, that's what you remember. The guy got into the fight. That's all. You don't remember how he got into the fight. The guy had a fight. That's it. You remember the fight. You don't remember how the fight started. That's all. So that's how Samuel will get in there. I'm sure we'll look past it once Sami is a champion again at some point.
He still has a rematch clause in there that he never got to.
He never got it.
So,
never got his
Tessa,
rematch.
I'm coming for you.
I mean, technically, Sami should still be at the top of the card based on that.
So. Never got a rematch. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be no rematch.
Ain't gonna be no rematch. Yeah, I didn't hear no bell. Back to the Rocky talk here. I didn't hear no bell. Ding, ding.
Ding, ding.
Love it. I love Joe Doering, though. Slowpoke, our buddy, likes to call him Nips. Joe Doering. I don't know why. I still can't figure out why. What's with the Nips thing?
He likes his nips. They're nice nips.
Are they prominent
They're
nips?
prominent nips. That's exactly the word I was going to use. They're prominent nips set on fluffy areolas, I think. So
Is that come on? Is that what he says?
No,
he does not say any of that.
I said
paint Slowpoke in another way.
No.
Although,
I claimed it immediately.
I will be trying to. I'm thinking for the Michigan show, he'll be on with Violent by Design and Slammiversary. A friend of mine, Evan, who goes to a lot of shows, has been doing like fat heads of a lot of the big indie guys. And I think I'm going to do a fat head of Joe Doering.
Nice. With the snarl?
The snarl.
Well, when is this now? Where's this match?
Well, he has a match in Michigan the Thursday before Slammiversary. So for that and Slammiversary, I'm hoping maybe I can have something in tow with me.
You know, let you bring it into the zone. Fat head.
Hopefully, it's a sign. It'll be his head size.
Just a snarl face, Joe Doering.
A snarl face, Joe Doering.
Or it
could be one of the two. It depends if I go with hat or without hat.
Ooh, hat would add a nice little touch to it, though.
Yeah, Slowpoke's a fan of the hat, so I'm thinking the hat.
I like the hat. I like
the
coat.
A slight snarl. The other one's like the big snarl when he's without hat.
Bill, he had a great picture on the website, and they took it down.
Bill, I guess his bio picture.
Oh, the one of him and Rhino as tag champs. He took it down.
That's weird. Bill, you own the EC3 suit. If Doering sold the fur coat, would you buy the fur coat?
I may, because
what if it comes with Rohit inside of it?
We all want to get pictures with Joe in the fur coat. We were talking like Chewbacca. Like he didn't kill Chewbacca. Chewbacca skinned himself and gave it to Joe because he's Joe Doering.
I'm telling you, he could bank on photo ops with that coat on. You do that.
We
do that.
He let Rohit wear it, so I assume he lets anybody wear it.
Ooh.
Well, let's
fire shots.
I'm telling you, maybe get a shot at this thing at the pay-per-view there, Bill. You might do a photo op of Joe Doering. You have to pay him a few bucks. And he won't say anything. He'll just give it to you and take your money. We'll see.
I just wanted to go. Although during the watch along, I'm now convinced that Joe Doering should cut promos like Billy Bob Thornton and Sling Blade. Be like, you got any of those French fried potatoes?
The French fried potatoes. Like that?
Yeah. I just want a little bunch of okay.
Let's I wonder if he talks with like a very normal voice. Like, I'd be even better if he has like a British accent to go with it, just like out of nowhere. Like, I just want him to have like a really sophisticated voice. And it's like you expect him to make this brute, but he's like, hey, chaps.
I'll tell you, you know what? This is your fat head right here. Here you go.
What do we got? We displaying something? Oh, let me take this down. There it is. That's it.
Poor Shogun. That match. Poor Shogun. Rip explosion.
Is that Shogun?
Suicide.
That's
suicide.
Suicide.
Poor suicide.
That's a good one, though. That's a good snarl face.
Blow that up. Hell yeah.
That is. Hey, speaking of, though, while we're on, like so far off fucking topic anyways, what happened to Shogun, man? He was on Explosion and like starting to
I think he made some appearances at OVW.
Oh,
recently.
Okay. So he's still in the family then.
He's in the family. Okay.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
I like his look. It's cool with the mask. The
OVW to get a little work, maybe a little fine tuning. Maybe it could be it,
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens to Shogun. I'm curious though. I know it didn't last long. So maybe they wanted to they tuned him up a little bit before they brought him back. Kojima runs out to save Eddie from the beatdown, and Kojima and Joe start trading like strong style forearms, which really made me go like, all right, I'm looking forward to this shit, man. So I'm down
during the
for
reaction show Saturday. That'll be probably the marking out moment of the night. Will be during that match.
I'm looking forward to that match. Honestly, that's really piqued my interest. More because we watched the original match they had 10 years ago. So I'm in for them no matter what.
Yeah.
I highly recommend anybody who hasn't seen it. It's on YouTube or Daily Motion. What was it, Jay? Daily Motion?
Yeah, Daily Motion.
Daily Motion had Doering and Kojima 10 years ago, and it was awesome for the All Japan title. So go check that out.
This 20 seconds they had together in the ring tonight got me so hyped.
Yeah, same.
I hit our group chat. I tweeted, like, hit the Discord. Like, I was so excited for this. This is going to be a barn burner.
Yeah. I'm interested in seeing how this one plays out. Just overall for the fun match it's going to be. This will be just good to see because neither one of them is a talker. It's like there's a lot of story. The story here is the history. So that sells me enough. I wish there was a way on this go home that they could have at least had permission to air some All Japan footage of that match.
Yeah.
It's always if you're a new fan and you don't know that these two have faced each other, you're just hearing it. But if you saw that, seeing a clip is really, it would get somebody more invested. They showed like Doering 10 years younger, Kojima 10 years younger, a little 30-second highlight reel of that match. I think you could have gotten a lot more people going, holy shit, just Joe Doering. Like, I don't know anything about him, but holy shit, this guy's a real deal. That would have been a cool little deal to do if you could have got. I don't know what the legalities involved in all that, but man, it is on Daily Motion. I highly recommend everybody go check it out. Hype yourself up because these two are going to tear it up on Saturday. I really feel they are. We're going to sit down with Moose talking about how important the Impact World Championship is to him. And he basically says that we don't have our property. We need to get our hood ornament back. So, again, I feel like they cut this interview short. Like he was in the middle of about another line. I felt the interview cut short. Am I crazy or did anybody else catch this? Because it looked like he was in the middle of saying something else and they just sliced it.
I feel like it could have went a little longer.
That's what I thought. I just thought it was a little short. All right, no DQ match, main event, guys. W. Morrissey take on Willie Mack. It's the battle of the Willies. The winner gets the name Willie. And not really. But
it currently sits with Willie Morrissey right now, as W. Mack lost it at Under Siege.
Yes, he did.
In the first battle of the Willies. That was the first time they had ever touched hips.
I thought this was a very hard-hitting match. I'm telling you, Willie Mack is so underrated. It's not even funny. Like
Kimberly of the men's division.
Absolutely. You want a good match against somebody, give him Willie. He'll pull out a great match out of him. He'll give him a solid solid match, dude. Willie is fantastic. I think he is such a underrated talent for how good, how believable he is to me. His promos alone make me that's how a guy talks. That's how a dude who's just going to go fight you talks. You know, he adds like that, just that Dusty Rhodes appeal to me in that sense.
Do you got hair on your booty cheeks?
Well, maybe not that. But
I was going to say, I don't think I ever heard Dusty say that.
But we've heard Dusty say a lot of the old TNA stuff. Come on.
You want some of D's nuts?
These nuts. The king of these nuts was great. Yeah. He goes, him telling Brian Christopher, yeah, you're the king. You're the king of these nuts. That's one of my favorite Dusty lines. Talking about eating a bunch of burritos, then he's gonna have Jeff Jarrett kiss his gassy ass. Like, Dusty's no saint, gentlemen. Dusty is absolutely no saint. He's done
hard times.
Yeah, hard times, Daddy. Hard times. I love Will. I think Willie is just believable. He's likable. You know, he just has a very and dude, this match was great. I thought Morrissey looked good here. He looks like a beast. His first main event on Impact. Let's go around the ring on this one, around the horn on this one.
Around the ring. You're thinking too much of David Penzer right now.
All Penzer's doing is gearing up his next cut down of Trent in the chat. That's all he's waiting for. He's waiting for the opening, and he's going to take me out. That's what's going on here. But go ahead, Bill. Start with Bill. We'll go to Jaybone, then Mark.
No, I'm with you on this. Willie Mack once again looked good, but Morrissey, man, he was as he likes to say, like a bad man. He's a bad guy, man, and the way he was using that chain around his like eyes and the chair shots. That chair, like the one when he had him up on the turnbuckle and he hits him in the back with that shot, you could see the chair bend back in shape. It was he was rough on him, man, but it was good. And both of them I think they looked good. Like Willie did not look bad here. He had some offense, which not many have had against W. Morrissey. But I said it weeks ago, W. Morrissey, he's going to rise right to the top here because he just looks like right now it's like how Moose has looked for a while. It's like that guy looks like a star. He looks like the guy you should be pinning everything to. And that's what W. Morrissey is. That feels like the world title feud later this year. Moose versus W. Morrissey.
You still think the timeline is 6 months, huh? For W. Morrissey?
I think before the end of the year, W. Morrissey's in a world title match. He might not win it. He might win it maybe at Homecoming. The next year. But by Rebellion next year, he's world champion.
No kidding, man.
Wow. Okay. So you get 1 year in the company.
Huge endorsement, Bill.
Yeah.
Man. What do you think,
guys? I think if you just had a casual viewer, and it's not because he was up north, that plays a part in it, but not because he was up north. You just watch the show, and the guy looks like a star.
He does.
And honestly, the promos he's been cutting, I knew he could talk a little bit at least, but I didn't watch that closely. They're blowing me away, his promos. And the looks there. The guy just looks like $1 million.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He does. He looks like an absolute star. He looks like a monster.
He's the guy your dad who doesn't watch wrestling puts on and goes, that guy could kick that guy's ass.
Look at the size of that guy.
Yeah. That guy's a stud.
Yeah.
So, all right, Jay, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I agree, man. I mean, I've never seen Willie Mack have a bad match. Well, maybe like a match, but it wasn't a fault of his own. I'll just say that. It was who he was facing. I won't say names, but yeah, this was a great match. It was a great way to shine a bigger light on Morrissey because Willie Mack is no slouch. He is one of the toughest guys. He's done everything on this brand, with the exception of be world champ. This is the slow rise of Morrissey. It's they are going to make a hell of a redemption story out of Morrissey here.
Yeah, it's pretty huge, man. The guy does look like a star. Absolutely. What do you think, Mark?
No more comments on the match for me, but this looks like they're spinning Rich and Willie back off into the storyline they had to abandon when Rich got hurt a couple years ago. So I think we're headed back in that direction with the Willie Mack heel turn, which Willie's great. We all like Willie, but his character does need a refresher, and a heel turn seems like it'd be a perfect opportunity to see a different Willie Mack. So I'm all for that if that's where they're going. I don't see it coming for Rich. Rich is such a good fight from underneath babyface. I don't see why you would even want to turn him heel right now coming off a world title. So that's where I think this is headed.
It's like turning Rachel Ellering heel.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Give me a
She's
break.
the queen of strong smile. Why would
Give
you
me
turn
a
her heel?
break. Come on.
That son of a bitch.
Come on.
But yeah, no, I mean, this was a really good match. I like the way Morrissey looks too. I'm not as confident as Bill, but I do agree that he's on a quick rise and he's got a rocket strapped to him. He looks like $1 million. You know, saying what more can we say about Willie? He's badass. You know, but yeah, good stuff. Good overall. Another good episode of Impact. Not as good as last week, but another very strong episode for a go home.
Absolutely.
For context, last week's tough. Last week was probably
was one of the top
maybe the best episode in a calendar year. Yeah, and there's been a lot of good episodes.
Just for context, Rich Swann comes down to save Willie after Morrissey does beat Mack. Swann gets in there to break up kind of the extra beatdown. Morrissey runs right through security. Winker's there. Everybody, they're all in there. Swann gets the last word. He slams the chair to Morrissey, and he's yelling at him, "I'll beat your ass Saturday. I'm going to beat your ass Saturday." Morrissey's raging, and we go off the air. That's the match for Against All Odds, and that's the show for tonight, everybody. That is Impact on Access TV, June 10th, 2021. So we kept you guys for.
This was a little surprising to me because I thought maybe they were going to have a quick match and then they were going to have some kind of segment regarding, Moose, Omega, Sami, something at the end. But they closed out. The last thing you see at the end of this is Morrissey looking like a monster.
Good point. They should have ended it on the main stuff, but that was it.
And I'm not. It's not really me complaining. I'm just surprised because this is a hell of a way. It's a hell of a way to put over Morrissey going into this show.
Yeah. But it's a good point. You should have ended it with the main, with some visual of the main. But that's it, guys.
Good go home, though.
Kevin Martin.
Oh yeah, they covered all the bases.
Yeah, we're getting stream on Saturday. Going to get the co-stream between Smash and TNI for Twitch. Or I'm sorry, Smash TNI for YouTube, and then Twitch will be Smash on Saturday for reaction.
We once had it before, Trent. If somehow the upper brass at Impact comes to us and says, "Hey, well, the TNI crew do
for reals."
Oh, did I hit that?
I got cut off by for reals. If they wanted an official prediction show from the TNI crew, maybe we could make time.
We could. Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe put it over.
Put them. Oh. So, guys, real quick. So we will have that Saturday. So join us again on Saturday after Against All Odds right here and on Smash's podcast. Also, remember, if you haven't given this video a like, give it a like real quick right now on YouTube. Follow, sub, do all that good stuff. It's long. We went a little long today, so let's start wrapping up quick. Let's get the plugs in real quick, guys. Bill, where can people follow you?
Oh, they can follow me at my name, William M. Gardner, GARDNER, on the Twitter and the Instagram. Maybe I'll put pictures up sometime.
Mark, where can they get you?
You can find me at Mark World Order. That's MARKQ World Order on Twitter. And I've been spending a lot of time in the Discord, so please join us on the Discord. You can find a link here. You can find it in everywhere we're at. All the socials has Discord link.
There you go. Nice. Jaybone, where can they get you?
You can find me overnight on a little podcast called Smash This Podcast. The schedule has been a little light lately. I'm trying to get back to some stuff. Lately, I've been covering a lot of AEW, but I will be also covering the AAW. I'll be watching that tomorrow night, and then possibly catching up with the AEW Saturday morning, and then, of course, part of the simulcast with TNI for all the Against All Odds stuff for the watch along, and then the review following that. So a loaded next 48 hours for the bone. So.
There you go. Nice. Guys, get me at Trentsberry on Twitter. Also, the Backstage Boys podcast I do with Basil about production indie wrestling. That's everywhere. The BSB show on Twitter.
Good stuff
in there. Yeah, it's a little behind the scenes take on independent pro wrestling. So if you want to check that out, it's called the Backstage Boys podcast. Check that. This show, all social media platforms at We Talk Impact, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Just type in Total Nonstop Impact. It comes right up. All audio platforms, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon. Rate, review, subscribe, guys. We appreciate that. Discord link in the description below. Join the Discord convo. It's you also get there's all sorts of different rooms. You can jump in and out. Topics, convos going on. Check out Discord. YouTube.com/Total Nonstop Impact. Twitch.tv/Total Nonstop Impact. ProWrestlingTees.com/Total Nonstop Impact. Connect with us. We're all over the place, guys. We have a link tree. The link tree in our Twitter bio has all this stuff laid out, including the new Patreon. Patreon.com/We Talk Impact. Check it out. All the tiers are laid out for you. Bonus content, private chat groups, you name it. Patreon's got a ton of stuff going on it. So check it out. We truly, truly appreciate all the Patreon folks, man, who have joined. It has really been an honor to have all the Patreon patrons join us and show that love, because it's been very awesome to see how much people want to support this show. So we really, really appreciate it, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. It's been such an honor to see that. So big shout out to all you guys for doing that. Also, and then that's it. Any other plugs? Is that it?
That's it. Yeah.
I think that's it. Anything else? Am I missing anything? Double check.
We will see patrons tiers 2 and 3 Sunday night for Sunday Night Family Dinner on Patreon.
So join that if you're a patron. Wait a minute. Run in.
Wait.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. We got to run in here. Wait a minute. What the hell are you doing here?
What the?
What? You don't know? It's the return of Scumbag of the Week.
Scumbag of the Week.
Oh my God.
Figured we end the show properly.
Not for free.
No. Scumbag of the Week was one of the beginning segments from the early days that me and Trent did. Back in the Heads days. I figured, how can I contribute instead of coming in at the end of the show and just talking a bunch of crap? I might as well, pull my weight around here, contribute something. So I figure, why not end the show with Scumbag of the Week?
Turn that phone upside down, my man.
Who is the Scumbag of the Week?
Well, I thought long and hard about this. There's a lot of scumbags, Trent. And for those who don't know about this, Scumbag of the Week, Trent was probably one of the best things the show ever brought us. I believe I nominated Taya Scumbag of the Week many a time, and she ended up hearing it and calling us out.
I did call you out, yes.
It was a controversial segment, but the thing is with Scumbag of the Week, it could be anybody. It could be somebody on Impact TV. It could be anybody sitting here. It could be you listening at home. Anybody could be Scumbag of the Week.
Kyle, just make sure it's no one that Trent has to work with tomorrow night at AAW.
Yeah, I can't promise that. I can't promise that. In fact,
shit. Sorry, Trent. I tried.
This is why Kyle's segment is last.
Bill, drum roll, please.
All right, here we go. Scumbag of the Week.
This week's Scumbag of the Week is none other than Trent. Trent.
Why am I the Scumbag of the Week?
Trent is Scumbag of the Week because, we hype up this big Patreon. Scumbag's coming back. The star of the show is coming back. We hype up this big Patreon, and we're going to do the Sunday Family Dinner. We bring back the Sunday Family Dinner, and what do you know? Trent doesn't show up. I would never do anything like that. Attendance is important, Trent. You did not show up to Scumbag of the Week. You're a dirtbag. You're a scumbag. You let the people down. Everybody was let down. I had nobody to talk to and fight with. It was horrible. It was the shits, Trent.
Sad.
You're a dirtbag, Trent. Tell us, what was so important that you couldn't show up? You couldn't pencil us in, huh? What was so important, Trent?
I'll tell you. My uncle died this weekend. That's why I wasn't there. I was at a funeral and some family things to attend to. So do you feel like a big man now, Kyle? Do you feel like... So the guy who comes in here...
I didn't know you were going to die.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Sorry for your loss, Trent. My condolences.
Wait. Okay, hold on a second. Stick your stars in a sack, pal. The guy who has not been on the show in a year and a half. is going to come in here and teach me a lesson about showing up to a show that he started, by the way. And not considering it, he's on my social media. He can see all this, but what I've been going through, because I did post about it, a very nice post about my uncle. But he's going to come in here and berate me about not being on a show to talk about wrestling. But Kyle, maybe that's not too high on your priority list, but I don't know what is. Maybe is that I did see some little piece of jewelry on your face. Is that an eyebrow ring you got now? Is that an eyebrow ring?
What? God forbid I express myself through body art, Trent. You would know nothing about it. Hey, Nurse Nicole told me you have a Prince Albert. How about that?
Well, that's
fuck your uncle's funeral. How about that? You want to come at me?
Wait, what are you 26?
Your uncle's in hell. How about that, Trent?
You have an eyebrow ring? What is like? What do you like? You still got a Hot Topic? What is this? What is this?
I'm expressing myself through body art, all right? Body modification. I look cool.
Okay, so the guy who's telling me I'm a scumbag for not being on the show because my uncle died, by the way, who has not been here in a year, contributes nothing, puts like 4 sound bites in here, goes to get an eyebrow ring, pops in once every 38 days now that he's got a little time to grace with his presence and say, "Oh, look at this, guys! Hey, look out! Hey, what's up, guys? My mic's on way too loud, so it doesn't blend in with the rest of your mics. So I'm going to be really loud and obnoxious over here. But check out my new eyebrow ring, Kyle. You are absolutely the dirt worst. I swear to God, I really dislike you as a human being and as everything you stand for. You upset me. It could have said it better myself, but that was myself. So I said it as good as I could. Kyle, you are absolutely the dirt worst, my friend. Actually, I'm going to take the friend part out. You are the dirt worst. Period.
In my ass.
Absolutely.
All right. Take us out.
At least you buried me to my face.
Like, I'm going to be nice to your face, and then I'll go bury you behind your back.
Can you plug your Twitter while you're here? Actually, no, fuck you. I'm not going to plug your Twitter.
What a scumbag!
Plug your Twitter, Kyle. Go ahead.
KL on the mic. Sorry about your uncle's funeral. I didn't mean to give you Scumbag of the Week, and I'm sorry for saying your uncle's in hell. I didn't mean that.
Son of a bitch, man. Where'd you put that in there?
You missed that. This is pretty normal.
You missed that.
Bitch,
sorry about your cha-cha.
We're going to get out of here. Thank you for remembering the term.
My eyebrow ring looks pretty cool, Trent, by the way.
Terrible. You look like an idiot. All right, guys, we're getting out of here, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. Take the comments down. We're getting the outros coming up. Guys, thanks for joining us. We'll see you again Tuesday night for Throwback NWA TNA number 73. Right back here, Twitch and YouTube. Total Nonstop Impact. Guys, have a great night. Have a safe weekend. If you're in a state where masks come off tomorrow, enjoy yourself. Be safe, though. Take care of yourselves. And then, we're going to be back here Saturday. Not Tuesday. Saturday. We'll be back here.
And don't forget, promo code Against All Odds, 2 months.
2 months free, Impact Plus. There you go. So join Against All Odds. Watch. We're doing a reaction too. Guys, got a reaction going on?
Yes, real reaction. Kevin Martin wants it. Like I said, we'll do anything.
Well, hopefully none of your family members die and you don't show up. You could have penciled us in after the funeral.
I'm going to kick him out right now. Take him out. Take him out right now. Take him out before I get
Funerals aren't late at night.
Before I get pissed off, take him. All right, guys. We'll be back here Saturday. Reaction and review. Sunday family dinner for the patrons. And then he's out of here. Fuck him. We have the patrons. Tuesday is Throwback. Wednesday, TNI UK. And then right back here Thursday for Impact and XTV.
Tomorrow, we will have the recorded Tier 3 Patreon NWA review live. Me, Jaybone, and Truck.
There you go. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later. Be safe, everybody. Take care. We'll talk to you Saturday. Good night, everybody.